Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Hey, yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Thursday, 9 p.m. Mike's pumped. We're back. It's the Mike and Mish show. What up, Mike?
What is up? We are back. Holy smokes, what a weekend. What a weekend. What a week.
Dude, what a weekend. What a week. I didn't even know if we had the energy to do a show this week. We didn't do one last night, and I apologize to everyone, but guess what? We got 3 incredible guests lined up for tonight. So we had to come back and we had to get this in because tomorrow night, Mike, we're back at the weigh-ins again, and we got another event to cover on Saturday.
Yes.
What do you think about that? We got Jeremy Lil Heathen Stevens coming on after a huge win, a jaw-breaking finish of Eddie Alvarez on Saturday night in the main event. You had Bec Rawlings taking home the feature bout in a unanimous decision win over Taylor Starling, and then we had the big man, Big Ben Rothwell, coming home with the gold for the first time in a long, illustrious career for Big Ben. He is now a champion. So I say we get right into our sponsor reads real quick and get right to our first guest. What do you say?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go. Yuck it up,
there
Mike.
It is. Hey, Dynamic Life, sexual health, weight loss, and anti-aging. Retake control of your life by reaching optimal health. Visit www.livedynamic.com. It's the only online platform where you can become a patient in under 20 seconds. Also, check out their Instagram page at Live Dynamic. That's Liv Dynamic on Instagram.
You know I can't yuck it up like Mike, but you got to get over to @Rasha Elite on Instagram. Hit the little link in the bio. It'll bring you to the website, therasha.com. It is the official mindset, recovery, and performance tool of the BKFC, of Christine Faria, of Austin Trout, and so many more, and of the Mike and Mish show. Get over to the Rasha and become a believer. Mike, what do you say? You hear my voice? I still don't even have a voice from Saturday.
I know.
Night.
That's what kind of weekend it was.
It's
no voice.
Thursday night, and I still don't have a voice. But let's go ahead and bring in our first guest. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, let's do it. Hey, when we come back, we will be joined by Jeremy Stevens. Let's go.
For your winner by TKO, Jeremy Lil Heathen Stevens. What do you attribute this win to, Jeremy?
Speed. Years of being broken. You know, I lost so many times in the UFC, like 1,000 times, but I put myself back together 1,003 fucking times, big dog. You cannot stop me. This is resilience. Years of hard work. My whole life was dedicated to this. I want to dedicate this fight to my father back home. 38 years in Lofredo Company in Des Moines, Iowa. He's worked his ass off, just like many of you people who bought tickets even way up there. My dad, I love you. This fight's for you. To my grandma who passed away, I know she had a hand in this. I love you. My own promoters were against me. The whole city was against me. McGregor's against me. Mike Perry, everybody doubted me. Look at me now. Pay me my fucking money. Let's go.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Jeremy Little Heathen Stevens. Connor, come here. I want McGregor right here. Connor, come here.
What's this guy, huh? Who the fuck is this, baby? Yes. Yeah, let's make a date. Let's set a date. Who's going to stop me man to man? No one's going to stop me. David, make the date. Let's do it. One down for the pro, yeah? One down for the pro. Let's go. Hey, bleed, baby. Just bleed.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Jeremy Little Heathen Stevens.
There he is.
There he is. And what a night it was. Jeremy Stevens, what is going on, my friend? Thank you for coming on the show. We met you briefly after the press conference, but I thank you for coming on tonight. How you doing, man?
Awesome. Fantastic. Thanks for having me, folks.
Dude, let me just tell you right now, I was just discussing it with Mike. I want to give you props for the entire build up to this fight. You played it so cerebral, so methodical with everything from the first press conference, kind of being the boisterous one, getting everybody riled up, to the second press conference, laying back, letting them all talk shit and taking shots when you needed to, getting on the weigh-in stage, doing the face-off, but then giving them the double bird, Stone Cold style, go fuck yourselves. And then the performance in the ring, the post-fight, the way you handle yourself, the whole package, dude. I just want to say props to you. You did a fucking great job, and you deserve this one.
Thank you. My pleasure. I appreciate that, fellas. Thank you, man. It's been a lifetime of being able to endure self-mastery, putting yourself in a lot of fireplaces and learning how to control that fire. And it was epic. I made every move. It was awesome. It was so authentically made, though. I mean, Philly, you guys laid it up for us, and we just slam dunked it. Awesome.
When I say, you know, more loud, more boisterous at the first one, to laid back, was that a play that you had in mind, or like you just said, was it just authentic? Was it like, did it just naturally happen the way it happened? Or was that something that you planned? You're like, I'm going to fire these motherfuckers up, then I'm going to let them fucking bitch and moan, and then I'm going to fucking beat their boy.
Well, shit, man. I mean, their mayor, they really made it easy. Like I said, they laid it up. I mean, it was always in the back pocket. I'm just, you know, at that point when you're cutting weight and you're doing your thing, like, you know, I know how to control my emotions. You know, I know how to handle that. I come on, bro. I've been humiliated like B Rabbit. You know, I wrap this battle now, and like what can you say to me after I've already humiliated myself? Like, I was just conserving my energy. People, like, I don't need to react. I actually know who I am. I'm a very certain, confident individual. Just because I don't maybe react or anything at the time doesn't mean I don't know how to use it and do the. I'll take the good, the bad, the ugly, bro. I'm very grateful to be in the opportunity. I played it like chess moves. It was stoic. It was mastery. It was self-confidence. Yeah. It was certainty. It was brilliant. And they don't do it like me. And it was just, it felt good to shine at the right fucking moment, man. It's been a long time coming, and it's my time, baby. The right recipe.
So you go in there. Obviously, we all know you won. Afterwards, you get a little bit of redemption. You get a face-off with Conor McGregor. And you get to look him in the eyes, right? Me and Kyle were talking before this. Is that the first time you guys faced off? Because I cannot remember. We could not remember if you guys actually got in each other's face in another time. Or was that the first time you really got to look in McGregor's eyes?
That's why BKFC is the hottest too hot for TV, man. That was the first time I just chased down a gazelle. I shredded a guy in his hometown. I mean, I'm like Achilles, just dragging him off, and I'm dragging Philly. I'm dragging a broken jaw, and I fucking yeah, like I was able to really lock eyes with this cat. I saw that it's all promotion for him, you know. And here's the thing, here's the kicker. I'm not tied down into a contract. I can go to MMA. I could box. I could do whatever. So it really does make it interesting. You know, I call him Cocaine Connor, you know, for a fucking reason. I have no nozzle on my mouthpiece. I can say whatever the fuck I want. I see it how I see it. And he's not ready, bro. I was able to face him face to face to get that resilience. Like, bro, I just shocked the world and you bet it against me. My promoters bet it against me. My management, like everybody bet it against me, bro. They tried to play me. I took, I feel like I took like a low ball pay and I didn't, like I told him at the Schmo conference, I said, hey, you know, he's like, oh, you took the check. I said, bro, you're the one making the millions. You're the money man, big dog. I said, I'm not here for the check. I'm here to break your fucking neck, and the opportunity comes with it. I was like, on days that I didn't want to train, I was like, man, Connor's gonna be there, bro. How are you gonna show up, man? What if you got fucking diarrhea? What if you're puking? Fuck you, Stevens. Fuck you, Stevens. And
wild.
now I was able to kind of sit back and let the people just humiliate me and blah, 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 blah. They self-revealed themselves. I didn't even have to like speak on them. But now when it's like my turn, when it's time to dish back that pain, I stalled it all fucking time, the whole time long. Philly can dish it out, but you can't take it. And you guys just gave me reads and I played you like a fiddle. You know, your hometown guy was the one giving me all the rhymes and riddles. I had no emotional attachment to it. It reacted just like we've known it was going to do. And, you know, I was attached to nothing, connected to everything. Brilliant.
It's fucking beautifully done. I want to let you know, Eddie. I mean, Jeremy, we met you down there, but we're not from Philly. We're not from Philly. I'm from New England. I'm from Connecticut. He's Rhode Island. We're up north here.
New
We're
England.
a bunch of fucking New England scumbags. So with that said, I want to say, dude, isn't it fucking crazy how the fight game works and like all stars seem to kind of align? 8 years ago, you were on a stage in Madison Square Garden for a fucking press conference where Conor was about to fight Eddie Alvarez at 205. And then 8 years later, you're fighting in this new, like the hottest new sport in the world. You just happen to be fighting the dude that Conor was supposed to be fighting that fucking night when you said what you said and he said what he said. And now 8 years later, you finally get to fucking lock eyes with him, put nose to nose. And like he's down for the brawl. Like he said, it's just so crazy that 2016 that shit happened. 2025, here we are. And like, I don't know if contractually he can get out of whatever the fuck he's in, but like, I think money can make anything happen. We could really see Lil Heathen versus fucking McGregor at some point, right?
Yeah. You know, to get that resolve, you know, I stuck around in UFC. I outperformed him. I fought a lot of guys and took out former champions as well and broke their calves. No one gives me any credit for breaking a motherfucker with calf kicks. Now everybody uses them. Like I said, you're welcome. You know,
Yeah.
I've been screaming it for years. I fought the Frankie Edgars, the Jabit. You know, those guys beat me in squeaky decisions. They ran like little bitches. You know, they had to take me down. Like they squeaked by. And Eddie gave me that in the Schmo too. Like he was like, my coach knows how to beat you. But I go, bro, I just stayed quiet on that one too because I'm like, bro, you're not even in the right mind frame. This is a different time. You obviously don't fucking pay attention to tape, dude. Check the highlights and what I've been doing. You know,
People should really look at like you just named a few, but your resume is loaded with like the best of the fucking best, and people need to recognize that. For the Max Holloways, Charles Oliveira's, fucking Zabit, like you said, Frankie Edgar, Cowboy Cerrone.
I got
You have
set
fought
up,
them
bro.
all, dude.
I mean, I literally, bro, like I was trying, you know, I actually asked for that fight at UFC 186, you know, when Jose Aldo dropped out, I ended up flying in Dennis Bermudez, like just like the timing, it never lapped up. I watched this guy get super famous and I was like, bro, I was saying it the whole time I could beat this guy. It's my calf kicks, my knockout power, the fact that like I have like endurance. You know, I'm not snorting cocaine now. I'm not breaking my bones because I'm out drinking and dehydrated, bro. I've been doing this shit. I've been underpaid. for so fucking long. I had to deal with like this sideline after sideline. I almost gave up. To go back there, bro, and getting right in front of his face, like, bro, I'm the man in the arena. I just slayed another motherfucker right in front of you in primal bare knuckle. It's different. Like, you know, it was awesome, bro.
It's
And
crazy.
it just felt good to get that resolve.
It certainly is different. It is. Kyle and I started covering this sport in about 20 in 2020, late 2020, I'll say. But the first event we ever covered live was Knucklemania, the first one where Britain Hart fought Paige Van Zandt. Paige Van Zandt made that move over. She kind of pulled a lot of people's eyes over there. But the sport was like popping off when, like, you know, Malignaggi fought Lobov and Jason Knight and all that. Those were like, that's when things were really popping off. But like, what I wanted to talk about was afterwards, you do the press conference, right? And I don't know if you know who Bill Burr is, the comedian.
Yeah.
So have you ever seen the skit, or not the skit, but Bill Burr performs in front of Philly, and it's at some whole weekend where they're doing a bunch of concerts and shit. And he goes out there and he performs, and there's a bunch of people that are high and drunk. They're probably hallucinating all sorts of shit. And he comes out to do friggin' stand up, and they're booing the hell out of him, right? Did you ever see that? And he starts talking shit to the crowd. He's making fun of Philly. He's like, "Fuck Philly, fuck everybody here. You guys suck. You don't get anything. You always lose." Blah 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 blah. Very similar to what you did, right? But then by the end of the 9 minutes of his stand-up, he wins them over and they're cheering him on. At the press conference, I feel like I don't remember exactly what question it was, but you started talking about how hard you worked. And then it went into you talking about your father and how hard he works. And just being like an all-American, hardworking man, you know? And I don't know, but at that moment, I feel like you may have kind of won over the local crowd a little bit at that point. Do you feel the same way?
Bro, yeah, you know what's so funny, man? I felt like I was hated and shit on for so long. Like, I was, who the fuck's that guy, right? I literally go in this story, my management, my promoters, everybody's against me. I had that performance. I think people could really see the focus in my eyes. And it was literally like the true Rocky story went over to Russia. And I'm changing people's, like, I changed it overnight. You know, that's what I'm saying, man. Trust in the timing and you know, not compare yourself to others who have risen above me, before me. Stick with it. Like, you know, never giving up, you know, that American dream. Like, you know, now the fans are starting to catch on and, like, you know, like, giving me the praise. And, you know, like I said, bro, like, I don't need your praise. I've been in the darkness so long. I figured myself out. I've had to, like, be there in the fucking complete darkness. If it does feel good to see everybody switch over and you know, come give me like praise and, oh man, congratulations, this and that. But, you know, the thing with me, dude, I know my worth. I'm very certain. I'm confident in myself. This is the sprint to the finish to my career. I've had years of experience. When it comes to bare knuckle, you can't beat me. I'm unbreakable, unshakable mindset. Now everybody's hopping on, gagging on it. I mean, it's fucking incredible. And, you know, and I got to tell people to fuck off, fuck you, because you didn't have my back when I was fucking dead broke. I mean, I came in here with no sponsors, my management team against me, like, he gets paid more. Like, Philly, like, you weren't gonna break me. Like, and just the fact that I kind of switched the game. I'm the Godfather. I own the game now. I don't have a boss. I don't have a contract. I've been doing this for years, getting stretched out by BKFC for after I fought Jimmy. You know, like, my kids, they get to see me fucking run every day, do my worth. And now you're all starting to get it. Now everybody's jumping on because it's too hot for TV type knockouts. Like, and it's my time, bro, and I'm taking full advantage of it. Just like, hey, told these guys in Philly, don't take it personal, baby. It's just business, and now business is booming. Let's go. I told everybody I'm gonna do big business here in bare knuckle, man.
You did,
and I'm keeping my word to everything I said. Like, that's why I said promises kept, baby. My hands break jaws, homie. I told him that in the schmo too. I was like, you feel that? Touch it. I looked at his hands when he was just talking shit, like, you know, looking down on me, trash. I looked at his hands and I was like, that's not it.
You know, I wanted to ask you about something you said to Ariel the other day about looking into a man's eyes, and you could see the quit in Eddie before you even fought him. You said it's all in the eyes, Chico, just like Scarface. You know what I'm saying? Now, not to go back to the Conor thing, but you did look into Conor's eyes. Did you see a guy that you believe is ready to fight? Like, what did you see when you looked into Conor's eyes when you finally got that stare down? Do you think he was doing it for the show, for the viral moment, for his company that he is a part owner now? or did you see a guy's eyes that is legit down for the brawl?
Pure promotion. You know, he's looking at a guy who's primal. Like I said, bro, that was primal. I'm sitting there feasting on a fucking body. Like,
Yeah.
let's go there real quick. I was feasting on a fucking body, bro. He was there for promotion. Look at the eyes, dude. Like, look at it. Like, he didn't really have any emotional like value. It was great promotion, blah blah blah. But here's the kicker. Like, let's run that fight in UFC. I have no contract. I can go over there and fight him. And then like you were part owner of bare knuckle. Let's do one there too. I'd rather just go straight fucking bare knuckle, but you can't do it. You're owned.
Jeez.
You can't do it. I changed the game. There's 3 game changers: Conor McGregor, John Jones, and now you're looking at the fucking third. Save the best for last. I just changed the fucking game. I bet on myself. I didn't sign with GFL. That was more money than the contract I made. These guys fucking hit me with the contract on Thursday. It was probably my team. Now that I'm getting more and more knowledge of it, I'm about to fire my management. I'm the hottest prospect out here in the fucking game right now, dog. I'm Lucky Luciano cat now. Lucky baby. Change the fucking game. Like I told him, I just sold out the fucking crowd. Epic. It's like a Stephen Bonner, Forrest Griffin type fight, dude. You're welcome. You're welcome. And everybody who shed blood before me, all the great fighters, even the ones in my division, thank you guys. You know, like we fucking did it. I just so happened to be the guy that really fucking changed the game up, and the ball's all in my fucking court. Nobody owns me. I speak what I want. Old Cold King Connor, my boss. I get a chance to fuck his ass up, dude. Now, hey, and I look good, bro, at 38 doing it. You're not far from owning me, dude. And I'll still pick his mom and shake her up and down like dice, dog. Doubt me now.
You are in the perfect position to do anything. Like you just said it, man. You are in the position, but I hope that you do. I think I really do believe that you enjoy the bare knuckle sport, right? Like this sport is built for a guy like yourself. It's built for a guy like Mike Perry. It's built. I mean, they're talking about Robbie Lawler coming over. I feel like if this sport was around 10, 12 years ago, guys like you and Robbie and Donald Cerrone, and like, although Cerrone likes to kick a lot, but either way, there's guys.
Cerrone's out there. He's an open agent.
Right.
Like he don't have to go to UFC. There's some things out there. You know, he's on the juice and shit. But however big he is or now, but like even if it is for me or if he's bigger now, whatever. Like I think he's a free agent, right? Or does UFC still own him? You know, I hear that about Robbie too. Like, there's one fight's on their contract, bro. Like everybody talks about like Perry, bro, and I've been the one screaming that too. Like, willing to go up with the 45er. You know, like, hey, dude, that's a scary fight, but I'm actually willing to do it. All guys his weights are just fucking tucking their nuts. No one's really speaking up. Nobody owns me right now. You know, all these guys you're mentioning. You know, I think old Uncle Dana, he's got them in contracts. You know, I'm not in contract. You know, I could even go over to UFC, like I was saying, bro. There's opportunities, bro. Fuck all those other dudes, dude. I'm talking about me. This is mine now. Like I'm in line for big fights.
With that said, you seem to really enjoy punching people in the face with no gloves on. If you had your choice, would it be if the check is right, would it be a bare knuckle fight for your next one, or would it be MMA? Is it just matter what's on that check?
Pay me a couple million for Mike Perry. I'd be the one going up a weight class. You know, let's do a fight like a clause. Like you can't get over like 190. You know, like I ain't gonna show up more than 175 that night. So I mean, if that's the case, like pay me. I mean, at least let's start 2.5 mil. You know, if not $5 million. Like me and him will sell it out. There's a storyline there. I just dropped it on Jackson Podcast. Check the content. Lil Heathen MMA. Shit's going to be dropping. There's a storyline there, too, that I've kept in my back pocket for a long time. Cheeks clapping. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, let's fucking go, bro. I ain't scared. I'm the only one with the fucking balls calling out Scary Perry here, dude. Like, he's like a big brother, right? Like, he wrote the blueprint. Like, I got mad respect for the cat. He's like my bigger brother, but I'm better. I got boxing. I got skill, bro. You know, like he's there for the hitting. My job is just to not fucking get hit, dude. So I'm gonna be so fucking scared and fucking in there, bro. So alert and so fucking just dialed in. I'm not gonna get hit. I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm the biggest underdog. So pay me my millions for that fight. Like I'm willing to do it, bro. Me and my family, we've earned it every fucking step of the way, bro. I've never backed down from any fight, dude. I suffered losses because motherfuckers want to double leg. I got motherfuckers double legging in bare knuckle, dog. You doubt me now? Look what I did to fucking Bobby Taylor. Look what I did to Eddie Alvarez in a hometown. Look what I did to Jimmy Rivera. I'm breaking men in bare knuckle. I'll do big business here. I belong here. But now you got to pay me my fucking money, bro. Quit fucking with me and pay me my money. I'm worth it. I earned it. Like, you still got fights in stock with me. I'm not a Chad Mendez, or I'm not a Luke Rockhold. I don't just take the money and run. I'm like, this is my sport. And motherfuckers like, dog, hey, check your shit, dog, because I feel like I'm in my fucking prime. I'm 38 with a lot of knowledge, fucking, and I still look good, bro. I still look springy. And I went up this weight class. I took the risk. I was screaming for the fight. Check my content. I was asking for the king of violence. Everybody's thinking I was delusional. I called for this fight. I called my manager. I said, I want this fight. I know you're boys with Eddie, but we're going to make money together. Let me fight him. He wanted a layup fight. I pushed for it. Finally, people were hearing me knocking down the door after I broke it down. I said, bro, you're living in my dream. I made that fight happen. I went to fucking Philadelphia. I had my managers going against me. I signed my contract Thursday. Fuck you, Stevens. I sold out the crowd. Bro, real life, dude. I fucking did it. I took the biggest fucking risk. I didn't sign my GFL contract, which was more money than what they'd offer me, and I didn't sign it because I bet all on me. I was certain of it, bro. No one's out there doing this shit, dude. I'm living it, bro.
At the post-fight press conference, I asked you about becoming a world champion, right? Right now, if the Perry fight's not out there and they offered you like a shot at Austin Trout or even up at 175, David Mundell. David Mundell's been asking for the Mike Perry fight as well. So, like, if you had an opportunity to fight a guy like him and take home a gold belt, you wouldn't want to do that? Just curious.
No, because I'm probably making more money than those guys right now. There's no names there, bro. I respect Trout. I don't know the other guy, but I respect Trout. I actually follow his boxing and what he's able to do in there. He beats people with boxing. It's brilliant. I love it. I got nothing but respect. Like I said, for those guys before, I know Luis Palomino. I used to train with him. He's saying I ain't mentioning his name and calling him out. Bro, I've actually given him a lot of respect, and I know him. And then I just had to kind of block him off my social media. I'm like, bro, I've actually given you a lot of respect and things like that. That's a fight I'm interested in. If that's the case, just because like he's put a lot of time down, but you're gonna have to pay us really well. But I don't know if he's gonna sell it. Like I want the big bag, bro. These guys, they've had their time in the BKFC. I'm not chasing hardware, bro. I'm chasing bags. I'm a prize fighter. I'm doing this for my fucking family, dude. Like I literally just made money to kind of get me by, and I just fucking took out the hottest dude, like the hottest dude in the game. Like, now you guys are starting to catch my story. Y'all starting to pay attention. I'm tired of fighting bums. I'm tired of squeaky decisions. And, bro, I felt that. I want big names, scary Perrys, and fucking Conor McGregor type motherfuckers, because I'm the real motherfucker that can take him out. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, those guys are big, big money. But when it comes to the fucking street, bro, you can't do MMA. I'll chop your fucking leg off. I'll ground and pound you. I'll choke you out, take your bitch. Like, bro, I can really fucking do it to you. Like, yeah, you guys got boxing and this and that, bro, but I'm one of the most well-rounded fighters in the game. I'm not slowing down. I'm not one of these older guys like Frankie and the end of their careers getting knocked the fuck out. One of these Clay Guidas. Like, bro, like, check my resume. I still can compete. These motherfuckers has been keeping me on the sidelines. Bare knuckle, UFC. Y'all kept me out for like over a year. I've been healthy. I've competed since I was a kid, week after week, month after month. Then it turned into UFC 3, 4, 5 times a year. Like, bro, I've been doing it. I show no signs of slowing down. I've been telling motherfuckers, and now people are starting to catch on. Like, dude, I live this life, bro. I've been doing it. It's the person willing to adapt to change that'll survive the longest, man. And I feel like that motherfucker, I'm him. I'm the new king of violence, dude. I've been saying it. Check the content. This isn't just the first rodeo.
We talked to you in Salt Lake City, Mike. Do you remember this? And you did say back then, it was after the Jimmy Rivera fight, you said I would fight Palomino. And that was how long ago? I do remember that, actually.
That was December 2nd last year.
Now he's on
not this past year.
Like,
It was 2023.
I don't mention his name, this and that.
2023.
Like,
December 2nd, 2023. That's when that was.
Yeah, I'll pull up that footage. I remember that. I remember talking to you about that, and you said
it doesn't matter.
You said that
we know it was said. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gave him his respect, bro. I used to train with that guy way back in the day, and he knows my hands and my power. I don't have to prove anything. I got nothing but mad respect. He's one of me, but this is my time, bro. I want a big name. These guys got the hardware. People have laid down their blood, but before that, this game's changing. Like I said, I had like a Stephan Bonner type Forrest Griffin fight with Eddie, dude. This game's changing. The new Fertitta is Conor McGregor to David Feldman. You guys starting to
Yeah.
see it now? You
Yeah,
know, like
yeah.
it's coming, bro. I think even after I'm gone, bro. Like like BKFC is entertainment. When I fought Jimmy Rivera, me and Eddie were in the ring that night. You know what I'm saying? We were sparring. I have footage of it. You can pull it up. We're kind of shadow sparring, and I knew right then and there. It kind of clicked to me, but I stayed focused. I went in there. I lumped up Jimmy Rivera. I sit back that night. I watched them guys walk out and fight, and I knew it right then and there. I said, man, I'm going to fight Eddie, if not both these motherfuckers, for big bags of money, bro. And I saw that right there, and I started calling it for the new king of violence, king of barbarians. I mean, bro, I mean, I'm turning delusions into reality, and now I got my content guy with me. We're fucking, like, we're talking about it. I've been putting out old school type blogs, and, you know, like, I've been saying it. And, like, now it's, like, kind of manifested, and motherfuckers like, oh, shit, like, think it just happened overnight. I've been calling for it. Like, name the hardest hitting 145ers calling out a 170, 185 pounder, Mike Perry. No one else is calling Mike Perry. Everybody's tucking their nuts. Or they're saying, oh, Uncle Dana won't let me fight. Yeah, I don't want none of Perry. And I'm the only one, dude, like, saying, like, what's up, dude? Like, come on, dog. You fucking kidding me, dude? Let's go.
I will say that this sport that you're in right now is that one that'll let people jump around weight classes way more than, like, I feel like it happens way more in BKFC than in MMA. Like you said, you were a lifelong 145er. You went up to 165, willing to fight 175. Yeah. There's a guy named G Perez, the cut man. He's a 135er going. He's actually he's taken some fights at like 130 catch weights 125. He fought he fought the TikTok kid Bryce Hall. He fought him at 165 pounds.
Yeah.
He let a fucking 130-pound guy come up and fight a 165er. I'm like, wow, man. BKFC
How much do you think Bryce weighing in that day?
Probably like one. He was looking huge.
He was
looking like 185, 190.
Wow.
Yes, he was much bigger.
What was G weighing? Because I know G. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
What was
I
he
bet
weighing
you
that night?
couldn't have been more than 164, 165.
No, right.
Like he probably walked in.
He barely made 165.
Right. I think he weighed in at 164, and I bet you he walked in the same exact weight the next day when Bryce was probably 25 pounds bigger. It's fucking crazy.
So, 25, damn. Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild.
That's balls, bro, because, you know, I fought Chris Avila, bro. That dude kind of grown into boxing, his body, his frame. He totally missed the weight, too, you know, and he was definitely bigger. You know, it was weird going in there with him. I definitely learned a really good experience. Way bigger. So size matters, bro. Like, you know, fucking Perry, bro. I feel like I can avoid the big shots, you know, and that's very scary going in there. Not gonna fucking lie, dude. No one wants to get cracked by that. So, you know, you gotta pay me my money, bro. You gotta pay me my money. You know, I'm worth it. I'm willing to do it. I honestly, dude, I think it's the biggest underdog story. Like, I can take and endure fucking pain, but I'm not going to be there to get hit. I'm going to utilize my boxing. Look what Eddie did to him, bro. Like, had him wobbled up. I literally sat back and was like, and I'm the one calling it out. Delusions into reality. That or Connor, but like, he's got Uncle Dana. Like, no, you know, MMA. There's different things, but I'm telling you, bro. There's things that are very, very obtainable and delusional and fucking crazy and wild. And BKFC is the hottest thing.
It absolutely is,
dude. I love it, and I think that, and like in reality, like you just said, the Connor fight, he is tied up by Uncle Dana, and it's probably not going to happen anytime soon. But that Mike Perry one really could happen, and that's something that they could promote. They could sell the shit out of that thing. He could bust that King of Violence belt out, put it on the line. And
what are you guys thinking, bro? Right? Do I deserve millions for that? Right? Like, I'm willing to do it, bro. I think it's a great fucking fight. Like, I mean, I carry power too. You know, like let's do a clause. Say it is 170. He's able to do that, right? Maybe 68 if we can get him down. But you can't get bigger than. I'll give you 190. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm willing to do it. You know, I believe in myself, and you know, like, I feel like you pay me a couple mil for that, bro. Risking getting your fucking jaw cracked. Am I not worth it, Feldman? Am I not worth it? MMA fight gods, like, you know, like, now the fans are kind of like, bro, some real Rocky shit. Y'all starting to see me now? You hear me? You know, I love it. I'm the only motherfucker calling out Mike Perry, bro. Who calls out Mike Perry, big dog?
Just Dave. Well, Dave Mundell does all the time, but Perry won't fight him. Kind of the same way that he's on the same wavelength as you. Like, there's kind of like the money league, we call it, and then there's like the actual like BKFC like actual league. You know what I mean? Like, there's the guys that people know, and then there's the guys that people don't know as well that are being built up like within the sport. And the guys like Perry and yourself will not fight those guys, and those guys want to fight. You know what I mean? But it's just
What do you think of
no
this Mundell? Is you think he can get Perry, or because I don't know who he is. I'll look him up.
So
After this.
yeah, look him up.
He's 170.
I think he's 9-1 or 10-1. He's the 175-pound champ.
He's number one pound for pound right now.
He's the number one. Yeah, he's the number one ranked pound for pound BKFC fighter right now.
Yep.
He's on a tear. He's just knocking everybody out left and right. Ooh. He fought out in Marbella, and he fought Danny Christie, who was a former BKB world champion. And everybody expected Danny Christie, and Danny Christie was coming down from 185 to 175. Everyone thought it was going to be the hardest night out of Mundell's career, and it looked like the easiest night out. No offense to Danny Christie, but Mundell like fucking knocked him out 40 seconds into the first round and like walked away without a bead of sweat coming off his head. So
that's nice. Yeah, I need one of those, man. That guy. No one wants to fight no one like that. That's scary, but money fights, right?
Yeah, absolutely, Jeremy. I mean, I can't wait to see what they do for you now. You guys just sold out the biggest show they ever did, so the ball is in your court, kind of. You are the free agent. The ball is in your court. Hopefully they do something with you, and hopefully the next time we see you fighting is in the BKFC arena, and if it is with Platinum Mike Perry, I'm fucking gonna be there. Me and Mike will be there, so I'll be there. Everybody else will be paying to get there too. Thank you so much for coming on here. It was an honor. Like I can't believe how the stars have aligned for you from all the way back to the who the fuck is that guy moment to now. Yep. It's full circle, and you're kind of like on top right now. So good for you, and best of luck. Do you have any final words you have to say for anybody right now before we let you go, buddy?
God bless you guys. Thank you, man. Like I said, bro, those out there, that are doing it still now before us, thank you guys. You guys had a huge part of that. You all shed a pound of flesh, put skin in the game. Me and Eddie just happened to be the game changer, man. I think it's going to be good things, and we want to keep continuing to blow it up and let it long live after us as well. So let's fucking go, man. BKFC, I'm here to stay. I told you I'm going to do big business here, baby. We're just getting started. Sold that bitch out, baby. Let's go. Thank you.
Hey, next time we talk, I forgot to bring this up. Remember, at the press conference, I told you I watched you knock out Dennis Bermudez in a chow hall one day, and I also, on a 2008 deployment, watched you beat fucking Rafael Dos Anjos on a TV that was about this big in a fucking barracks at about 3:30 in the morning in fucking Kuwait. So I saw that one too. We could talk about all that shit next time, buddy.
Actually, I'm glad you brought that up, man, because I did Wounded Warriors in the past. I mean, I went in there like the day they came out of surgery, bro, maybe legs off and crazy stuff. Man, I embraced it. I loved it. It made me value my life, and I'm showing techniques in there and all that. So if there's any Wounded Warriors and the veterans stuff like that, man, like programs I can get into, I've been looking for sponsors. Shout out to anybody doing things like that. You can give me an opportunity to go help out, give back to the people and those warriors, wounded warriors, or just warriors go over there, whatever, man. I'm all here for service with them guys, man. So God bless you guys, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on tonight. Mike, you got anything else for Jeremy Stevens?
Nah, man, thank you so much for coming on. We will see you soon, and hey, maybe they'll give you that Perry fight. We'll cross our fingers. If not, maybe they'll bring some other big name in and you guys can get it down, or Connor will get released from his contract to fight you. Either way, it's going to be a great fight. Thank you so much for coming on. Everybody who's paying attention right now, make sure you follow Jeremy Stevens. And up next is Rowdy Bec Rawlings. Take it easy, Jeremy.
Thank you.
Yep. Later, boys.
Later.
Hey, Bec, look right there. Look, that's you.
Hey,
right?
that's you.
Oh
Let's see.
shit! Look at that.
Look at that right there. I got autograph of Bec Rawlings right behind my head. How are you? Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming on just days after your amazing fight in Philadelphia. How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm a little bit under the weather. I caught the flu on the way home, so I sound a little bit croaky today. But other than that, I'm good.
The flu is fucking everywhere. I don't have the flu, but I may have had it because I've been sick for like 3 weeks, and I haven't been able to bring my voice back. And I also coach basketball, and half of my basketball team, the kids on my basketball team, they all had it. It's like we've had
Kids are
6
always sick.
kids. Yeah, the damn kids are always sick. It's fucking gross.
Yes,
But
the little germs.
yeah, they're all
everywhere.
walking old germ monsters. Beck, you are an OG. You are you've been around since the beginning, and
As we just
Saturday, as you just saw it, but Saturday night was something different. Like you were there at the beginning. You saw when they were at the ground floor, like building this company, scraping together enough people to build a fight card, building a roster, putting 500,000-800,000 people into a place. Now here we are. You were at BKFC 41, right? You were at 41, which was, I believe, the first massive show that they did.
Yeah.
Now this one like trumps that one big time, right? What could you say about the growth of BKFC from when you started to right now? It's kind of crazy, right?
Considering, I think I can't remember if it was in a skating rink or it was like in some kind of hall. The first one in Cheyenne, Wyoming, so is where it started out. So, and that was still a cool event. Like it still was. They did a really good job at the first event, and I think that kind of really set a precedent with how it was going to be held in the future. So, but it's really cool to see it grow so big. And like Philadelphia, that show was probably one of the biggest I've fought on. Like I fought on the UFC Brooklyn, and we've got a really big entertainment center here in Brisbane, Australia, that I fought in for the UFC as well. But I don't know if it's on par with seating and crowd numbers, but just the atmosphere alone, the fans on Saturday night was insane. I've never fought in an arena like that before, so it's on par with when I went to Bellator and fought in Ireland. The Irish fans are fucking insane, and that's what Philadelphia reminded me of. And they just get behind every fight, regardless if they're going for the fighter or not. If you go out there and you put on a show, they start to get behind you, and that's what I liked about Philly. Is they had a fighter that they picked, but sometimes they didn't win, and sometimes they were fighting like shit, and so the Philly crowd flipped it up. So it was a really cool experience, and I'd like to definitely fight in Philadelphia again. Didn't like the long flight or how cold it was, but it was worth it. Yeah.
I got to tell you this.
It's cold.
Your performance was extremely impressive, especially with the long layoff, because we hadn't seen you in like 13, 14 months. So we didn't, ring rust. I mean, people always talk about ring rust. It's bullshit, or it's real. People are either it's real or it's bullshit. And when I watched you fight on Saturday night, you fought a much improved Taylor Starling. Taylor has gotten better and better every single time she goes out there. The last time she fought was against Britain Hart, and it was a fight of the year contender. It was a great fight, and she almost took the title from Britain. So it's like this ever improving Taylor Starling goes in there against you, who have been out for 13, 14 months. We didn't know what we were going to see. You looked as good as ever. You looked fantastic out there. The right hand was landing at will the entire damn fight. You're cracking her with power shots. What do you got to say about the layoff? Did you just like never stop training? Is ring rust bullshit? Like, because the performance was great.
I don't believe in ring rust. I think that's an excuse for the mentally weak. But so it's the power of the mind. If you tell yourself you have ring rust, oh no, I might have ring rust. Oh no, what am I going to do? It's been a year I haven't fought. what if that affects me? Of course it's going to affect you. I don't let nonsense like that enter my brain. I never have and I never will. And so I think ring rust is for weak people, weak-minded people that let things play on their mind. And I try to, I don't feed into that bullshit. So it's never been a problem for me. You know, like I broke my hip in the UFC. I fractured my femoral neck and had 3 screws put in it. And once I was able to get the screws removed, you know, once I was able to get off crutches, I was on crutches for like 6 months or something.
Shit.
And I didn't train or anything. And then I was straight back in the gym and I fought like 3 months later, like after having a year off with a broken hip, you know, sitting on a couch like a grandma for a year. I just don't see it as a problem. I've never let it kind of affect me like other people do. So yeah, a year off I hate because I lose momentum, and I mean momentum, I mean in people's minds. You know, people forget about you, and then it's harder to get booked. It's harder to get that hype back behind you. It's not momentum in, oh, how am I going to perform on that night? I always know I'm going to perform well. I train hard. I work really, really hard on my mental side of fighting as well, and I think I showed that on Saturday night. So I had a whole year to work on my skills and kind of polish it all up, and I made it a point to go out there and be a new improved fighter, and I think I should do that every fight. I think I should be improving, and when you're not improving, you've got to reevaluate. So I'm just glad that I was able to go out there and put on, you know, like a masterclass of what bare knuckle should be, and I did it in style. And yeah, so I've got a really good coaching staff behind me as well. My husband Adrian really helped me for this fight, but my coach that wasn't able to make it, Freddie Capes, he was stuck in Australia, so he put a lot of work into me. So and yeah, he was very proud of what I was able to go out there and achieve. And so I just want to give a little shout out to Freddie Capes.
Yeah, you gave him a good shout out right after the fight too. Actually, you were like, "This is all you. You couldn't make it," and it's too bad. I'm sure he would have loved to be there. After the presser, you and I talked like probably for, I don't know, 20 seconds maybe, and I was just, because you know you're busy. Everybody wants to talk to you, and I was like, "Who is next? Who do you fight next?" Because you've been around so long. You fought everybody. The female divisions haven't grown too much. I mean, they've grown a lot since you started, obviously, but like really in the last few years, they really haven't grown too much. So it's like you fought Christine Faria twice. You fought Britton Hart twice. Who is next after you beat Taylor like that? Because she's been ranked for a long time. She's a great fighter, but you did pretty much win like every round here. And now it's like, where do you go? Britton Hart, 115. You got Christine Faria. You're going to fight her a third time. There's Christine Vicens. There's Jade Mason Wang. Who do you fight? Who's next?
Yeah, look, I really don't care as long as they book me.
I know, no 1 year layoff.
Actually, I'll say one thing. I'm not fighting Britton Hart. She can suck my fucking dick. That fucking trailer trash bitch. She does not deserve to even be in a ring with me after the last fight. And the nonsense that she carried on about leading up to that fight, talking shit about my family. She's lucky I don't stomp her head in when I see her on site. So I'll just put that there, right there. I'm sick of people mentioning my name and her name in the same fucking sentence. That's one thing. I will not fight her. Other than that, I will fight anyone.
Okay. I will making a note of this right now. Do not
write that down, Mike.
Look, I think once you cross the line and you start talking shit about someone's children, you don't deserve to be mentioned in the same sentence as them. You don't deserve to even share the ring with someone. The fight press that we would get. I hate that she is even a representative of bare knuckle, because she is an absolute disgraceful human being, and I think she gives bare knuckle a bad name. That's my opinion on it. So, she's lost the chance to ever get a fight with me, and it's not because I'm scared of her. I beat the brakes off of her twice now. It's because she's a putrid human, and I cannot stand the sight of her.
Whoa. All right. Well, that's never happening. That fight's never happening. I think you should fight. I think you should fight Jade Masan Wong. To be honest with you, that should be the one.
Yeah, look, she's a great fighter, and that'll be a really good fight for both of us. Look, I'm down to fight anyone.
I think
I want to stay active. I really want to fight on the Dubai card if they can book me on that. So we'll see. Like the matchmakers have their choice on who they want to fight. They haven't really thrown any names around at me, but they know I'm down to fight whoever.
Yeah, well, they have Dubai coming up. They also have another Italy. They have the Italy card. They have another Spain card coming up. So those are all much shorter travel trips for you, I would say, right? Yeah, that's a lot less travel for you, and it's probably nicer climate than over in Philly or, over where we're at in New England area. It was 3 degrees for about 2 weeks
Not
straight
good.
where we live.
It wasn't good.
I think when we got to Philly, there was a cold snap, so it was minus something. It was nuts. And we're in the peak of summer right now here, and it's scorching hot. So it was a very big difference coming from Australian hot summer to the Philly cold. But it was a great trip, and I came out with the victory, so I can't complain.
Isn't it hard to believe how Philly people are like so mean and let's take your name, rowdy, so to say? I mean, the weather is so cold and miserable. I mean,
Of course they're
there's
mad,
no
yeah.
surprise to me coming from Rhode Island. I go to Philly and get about the same treatment from all the civilians as you walk around because,
Yeah.
how can you be happy in that weather? You just can't.
I get it. I get it 100%.
Listen, I'm not the smartest like geography guy, but do you have winter in Australia or is it hot all year long?
No, we do have winter. Where I live is in Queensland. It's like very tropical. It's probably, we get the same temperatures as California, I guess.
Okay.
So it gets cold, but not very cold. Not like you have to go up to the mountains to see the snow and things like that. But down in like Melbourne or Tasmania where I'm from, it's pretty cold. It gets very cold. Not as cold as Philly though. Nothing has beat the cold in Philly.
You never have to clench your teeth so hard when you walk out your front door of your house that your teeth feel like they're gonna crack. Oh my God! Like, oh, you son of a bitch! When I walk outside, that's what I do in the morning.
My breath away. I couldn't even think. I froze. I felt like my brain froze.
Yeah, the wind is painful sometimes.
In 2003, I was getting ready to go overseas for my first deployment, and we moved out of a place called Fort Drum, New York, which is upstate New York. It was minus 30 degrees every single day for a month and a half straight. And we would get back to the barracks. We'd be out like doing ranges and lanes and stuff like that, training, and then go back to the barracks, and we would buy beer on the way back to the barracks and open the windowsills to the barracks, line the windowsills with cans of beer, shut the window, wait like 2 minutes, open the window, bring the beers back in, and they would be like almost frozen. They'd be frothy fucking
Slushies.
beers. They'd be like slushies, and literally less than 2 minutes in the freaking window. That's how cold it is. The most miserable shit you ever seen in your life.
Yeah. I don't even know if you like skiing or anything like that. It's still not enjoyable. There's no amount of skiing to make that fun. Nothing.
Well, but you know what is good about the cold Northeast? The food. And we did see that you went out with Johnny Garbarino.
Johnny
and brought you around. We did see you ate some mozzarella. You were out there at Angelo's eating pizza. How was that? And did you go anywhere else that we didn't get to see?
Yeah, so what's funny is my husband and my friend Paulie, when I think it was at the weigh-ins or somewhere, Johnny came up, introduced himself to them and said, oh, you guys need to go check out these places, and wrote down a whole list in their phone of all the places that they need to go eat at. And so on the Sunday before we flew out, we're like, fuck, we got to go get a Philly cheesesteak. We got to go do all some of these, food spots Johnny told us about. And we're driving along. I'm like, there's fucking Johnny Cannoli.
Yes.
At the Philly cheesesteak joint.
So you didn't plan on meeting him? So you guys didn't plan on meeting? You just ran into him?
No, randomly. We were just coming to hit up all the spots you told us to, and he was there. So it just fate just worked out. And
that's awesome.
Shared some pizza and some mozzarella, and then he was on his way to watch the game. So it just worked out really well. So
he did a lot of these when he was talking to you. Was he doing a lot of this here?
Hand movements, a lot of hand movements. I talk with my hands all the time. Oh yeah. You got it. I mean, it's just a thing. Did you eat cannolis? Did you have any cannolis?
Yes, we did. Yeah, we went to I can't remember what the place was, Timerni's or something, I think it was called.
Oh, that's like that great bakery, right? That's like
That's
a
where
really
he got the cannolis from for the
Yes.
weight. Yeah, so we went and got some of them. They were really good. Yeah, so we managed to hit up 3 of the places he told us to go to on, in a few hours before we had to catch the flight home. So yeah, we got to a few places.
So you bought a cannoli from the bakery that he bought them from for the weigh-ins. So how many dollars worth of cannolis did he ruin on stage that night? Like $30 worth of cannolis?
Yeah, about $30, about $50 Australian.
Oh, damn.
This dude went
I
high
wanted one of
class.
those so
Dude,
bad.
he went high end on the cannoli just to smack him in the fucking head with it.
I know.
Yeah, he knew exactly what he was going to do, and he still got the good ones.
Yeah,
That's
right.
funny.
It's so
You know what
funny.
though? If you got the cheap ones, the filling tend to be like almost not solid, but when he smacked that thing, it's like it's fresh cream, so it went everywhere. It's nice and soft. You could tell that it was a fresh cannoli. Because if you get them cheap ones, they're almost like solid. They're like frozen. They're weird. They're not that great.
It would have been like cake on the ground. No, it was cream or ricotta. I can't remember which one it was, but it was everywhere.
So at Angelo's, Kyle and I were going to go to Angelo's. We went to another place. What the hell place did we go to, Kyle?
It was
Dave Portnoy. You know,
well, we
Dave
went to
Portnoy?
Del Rossi's. Del
Del
Rossi's
Rossi's.
had a really it was great pizza, and they had cheesesteaks there too. But like, do you know who Dave Portnoy is from Barstool Sports?
No.
He Barstool's like huge in
major,
America.
Yeah, it's like a major sports. It started off as social media, and now they're huge. They do betting. He goes around and he tries pizza. He does the one bite. Everybody knows the rules, and he tries all the pizza and he ranks all the pizza. So he ranked that Angelo's I think he ranked it like a 9.6 or something crazy, like way up. How was it?
It was pretty good. Like right now I've got stitches in the inside of my lip, so it's really hard to enjoy eating anything.
Oh man,
you burn the roof of your mouth too. Oh god.
Yeah, but the boys reckon the pizza at the venue at the Wells Fargo Center was better. So who knows?
No way.
Yeah.
No way. They were drunk.
It was extra cheesy. Maybe they were just super hungry. Who knows?
Yeah, I think so. Because I tell you, I better go back to that Wells Fargo and eat. Because I can't imagine they had good food there.
No, man. Well, it was great to see you back. And I will before we wrap up with you, I do have to ask you, like, how impressed were you with your opponent on Saturday night? Because Taylor caught like a real bad rap after the Christine Faria fight. Everybody called her a quitter. Yeah. Everybody called her a fucking crybaby. And like she took that was a bad hit on her career for a minute there. She has recovered so well from that. And like I said, every time she goes out there, she seems a little bit better and a little bit better. And when she went in there against you, she showed a new level of toughness that we didn't know she had in her. You were cracking her with you were cracking her with combos, and you were mixing it up to the body and the head a lot. You were going upstairs, downstairs, whatever. But the right hand that you were throwing was landing at will, and it was landing hard. And you were fucking cracking her, but she kept on coming. It was crazy, right?
Yeah, look, I saw her. She looked for the door a few times, and you know what? I think the flashback of the Christine fight and all the hate and everything that she received after that I think that's what got her through it. You know, she kept composing herself. She told herself she was not going to go out like that again. And I could see that going on in her face, and I kept trying to step on it, and she'd start rallying back again. So, she proved, I think proved to me and a lot of, and the fans and everyone watching that she isn't a quitter. You know, she got through adversity against me, and I think that's it shows how much she's grown as a fighter, and it's hard, you know, like once you kind of have that in you, it's hard to overcome that, and she has done that, and I think she should really be proud of herself for digging deep and going, you know what, I'm not going to quit, and I'm going to keep rallying back, because they were the moments she had the best outcomes of the fight. You know, that's when she hit me, and I took a bit of damage. I'm hiding behind glasses right now, but I've got 2 shiners. And they were from when I rocked her and I got a little bit greedy and she started swinging back and clipping me. So she definitely showed that she's grown as a fighter, ability-wise, but heart as well. And yeah, she should be definitely be proud of her performance and what she was able to do that night. Obviously, she wasn't victorious, and I went out there and I put on the fight of my life. And
Yeah, it was great.
We were apples and oranges out there, I think, skill-wise, but heart and determination, we were on par together. So she should definitely take something good out of that fight, and be proud of herself. And people should stop giving her such a hard time because she fucking proved it out there.
Yeah, and also
Totally agree.
she may have cracked. I mean, I was hearing rumors that I don't know if it's been brought up or if it's like public or anything, but they thought she might have cracked an orbital in that fight. I don't know if she did or not, but if she did, I'm gonna guess that it happened early because
I think it was the first right hand I hit her with. I saw her whole face change, her face expression, and I knew that hurt her. I'm not sure if it's been confirmed, but the doctors did want her to go get a CT scan to make sure there wasn't any fractures. I'm not sure what the results were, if it was, but yeah, I definitely think I did a lot of the damage in the first round, and she was able to fight through that. So
that's incredible.
That's really good. Yeah.
Incredible. Hey, and according to the chat, you could have done this entire interview with your glasses off, and my boy Ian wouldn't have noticed your shiners. Yeah. He's a bit of a pervert, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know a few of those. I know a few.
We got a few of them up here in New England, you know what I'm saying?
Just a few.
Yeah.
A little bit.
It's it. So, Bec, it was great to have you back on here. You did great in Philly, and I hope that they don't keep you on the shelf for a long period of time here. You have options. Christine Vicens or Jad Masan Wong. You could fight both of them this year, and people would love to see both of those fights. So go ahead and line those fuckers up and let's get back fighting again, or get her on one of those overseas cards because she don't have to fly 20 hours or whatever the hell it is, right?
Yeah, look, I love America, but I've fought over there so many times. I'd like to broaden my horizons and go see some other countries, but I'm not going to complain. I just need to fight. So wherever they book me, I'm going to go, obviously. But yeah, I'd really like to get on the Dubai card. That's what I'm really banging for right now. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Man, I don't even like to walk around after a long fight. Never mind. After a long flight. Never mind fight. Jeez. I mean, give her a break. Let her freaking get a short flight, for God's sakes.
Come on.
What the hell? God.
Yeah. Well, before we let you go, anything you want to say to the fans that are watching, the fans that were in Philly, the brass at BKFC? Take a minute. Say what you got to say.
I actually have a documentary that's been released in Australia and New Zealand. It's in Netflix. It's on Netflix. In the US and in the UK, it is on Amazon and Apple TV. It's called Fight to Live. It follows my fighting career, my crossover to bare knuckle, and it touches on my history with domestic violence. It's a really good fucking documentary. I promise you, it's not sad. It's not, this. It is a bit of an emotional roller coaster, but it's a really good documentary, and I think it's going to help raise awareness for a lot of domestic violence survivors out there. So, get on there and watch my doco, Fight to Live, on Netflix, Amazon, and Apple.
Nice.
I might watch it right after the show tonight.
Yeah, awesome.
Yep.
I took tomorrow off from work, so I don't have to go to bed anytime soon. So
you'll be fine then. I think it's an hour and a half. So yeah, it's a really good doco. It won the Cannes Film Festival most inspiring documentary. So it's won an award. So it's pretty good.
Nice.
Sweet.
When you win that award, do you have a trophy at your house?
I never received anything. I'm not sure if the producer did, but I don't think so. It was during we weren't even able to go to it because it was during all the COVID stuff. It's a really big accolade to win, and it's not easy to win. So I think it just shows volumes of how inspiring, I guess, my documentary was, and so it's definitely worth a watch.
Nice.
Well,
I'm definitely watching it. That is for a show.
For a show. And
show.
yeah. Thank you for coming on tonight. Congratulations on your big win. Hope we see you back in there. The OG, the first champ. She looked back better than ever. Mike, you got anything else for Bec before we let her go?
Yeah, just one last question. What's the green eggs and ham picture there? What is there a significance behind that, or?
I'm at my friend's house and he collects all these paintings and stuff. He's a big Dr. Zeus fan, so
Nice. Yeah.
they're everywhere.
Okay,
me.
cool. So there is some significance, but it's not your significance.
No. They're literally eating steak right there, steak sandwiches right in front of me. I'm here for lunch. So.
Oh, damn. Okay, well, you know what? Well, let Ben Rothwell, I see him down. He's waiting. So thank you so much for coming on. Great fight. Cannot wait to see you again. BKFC, get her on a damn card soon.
Come on, book
Not
me.
a year, maybe like 2 months, and let's get her back in Dubai, right? April, Dubai. Let's do it. So thank you so much for coming on. Everybody who's paying attention, make sure you're following Bec. And when we come back, we will be with the new heavyweight champion of the BKFC, Big Ben Rothwell. Take care, Bec.
Hi, Bec. Thank you.
Later.
Taking up to 5 minutes. He took about 5 seconds. Time in. Number one resist. That's it. We have a new champion. No way. He's Ben Rothwell. Ladies and gentlemen, our referee in charge, Andrew Glenn, steps in and calls a stop to our co-main event at 36 seconds into round number 1 for your winner by KO and new undisputed BKFC World Heavyweight Champion, Big Ben Rothwell.
Yes, sir. How does it feel?
Ben, you done did it, and it only took you 36 goddamn seconds to get it done, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You came on the show. You said a win is not enough. I need to make an example.
Pause. Aren't you going to ask me about, the belt and blah, blah, blah?
What is that thing that you're holding there? What is that?
It's a championship from 2005.
2005.
This is from Fukuoka. I did a shoot box match. This is my trophy. When I was a kid, man, and I was on my way up, this was like a big deal.
20
was the beginning.
ago.
And I went to Japan. This was the first time I got to go to Japan. And won that trophy, beating up one of the local fighters. And there was a lot of punching involved. So that was like, for me, it was like a big stage for back then. It was like, it was like a good sized crowd in Japan. It was packed. It was sold out. And I took on a guy that had been in K1, and K1 back in 2005 was a big deal.
Big deal.
And he was a big guy too. He was just as big as me. And I pummeled him. I pummeled him for all 3 rounds. He was so tough. He didn't get knocked out or anything. I dropped him a few times. I won a unanimous decision in Japan against a Japanese fighter. If you have an idea of I made his head look like a pumpkin when it was done, okay? So I did really well. I threw nonstop. And I just knew that I was like a beast. I was a beast in the striking realm. And I got held up a lot as years of MMA, it was just a lot to it. And I was so investing so much about the ground game and trying to improve all aspects of it that, that thing about boxing, bare knuckle, whatever it is, it's an individualized thing. You get to focus on that one thing. While MMA, you're trying to work on the boxing and kickboxing and Muay Thai and the wrestling and jiu-jitsu and putting it all together. And it goes on and on and on. You're trying to dabble and get kind of good at things. But the problem is with me, I was always fucking awesome at striking. From when I first started, some of my first amateur fights was 17 seconds. And I was only 17. I was 17, 18 for my amateur fights. When I was 18 years old, I took on a guy that was in his mid-20s. He was huge. He was a bald head like me, 260-pound guy, and I leveled him in 17 seconds. So striking's always been.
Darren Block?
That was one of them. But he wasn't the big dude. The other dude was at Danger Zone. I had 4 listed. There's 4 amateur fights, and that's in 2 nights.
Anthony Ferguson.
2 tournaments. And Danger Zone is the other one.
Yeah.
Is there a danger zone event on there?
Yeah, there was Anthony Ferguson and Darren Block were danger zone.
And then, okay, so is it on my pro record then? Is there
Maybe
another
Rob
danger zone?
Schinkel?
No, that's Freestyle Combat Challenge.
Hmm.
Is there another?
Let's see. I'm looking through. I'm just skimming
It'll be
through.
right in the
but
beginning. It'll be some of the first fights.
Yeah, the first 3 fights on Wikipedia, anyways, is Rob Schinkel.
Yeah, they're not showing it. So there's another danger zone event. So there was 3 tournaments right in the beginning. So in 3 nights, I fought 6 times.
Damn.
That's how I started out.
Holy.
And in another one of those, a danger zone, it was in Indiana, and the first guy I had was talking shit to me. Him and his brother were talking shit to me at weigh-ins, and I didn't say anything. I just was completely quiet. And these guys are like, "You're gonna fucking lose. You're getting knocked out tomorrow." And I'm just sitting there at weigh-ins like who does that? You know what I mean? And I'm not saying anything. And my corner men are like, they're quiet, but they're a different quiet. They're the kind of quiet where those dudes have no idea. Like, if they didn't want to see me fight them, those dudes were going to get lynched in the parking lot within 15 minutes from all this happening. You know, they're lucky they were fighting me. But this is like, you know, these guys are like older, like late 20s, 30s, and I'm 7, you know, I'm 18 at the time. And these guys are talking shit. So the next, you know, we fight. He's the first one I have to fight. 17 seconds, the dude gets hauled out on a stretcher.
17 seconds.
And aren't you going to ask about this?
Why are you wearing sun?
Because you're coming on. Wait.
I figured you were just wearing it.
Coming on.
Because you're a champion.
Come on. No. Fucking wear
There's no way you had black eyes.
You know me, man. I feel like you should have instantly been like.
Well, I know the whole time you were sitting there, I was wondering.
I don't wear sunglasses inside. I don't care how fucking cool I ever think I'm going to become. I'm never that cool.
You don't wear your sunglasses at night so you can see?
And I'm in my basement, my dungeon. My wife doesn't want me to do interviews on here, but like, sorry guys, this is this or nothing. And this was down here, and I'm like, I'm going to bring this instead of the belt because everybody's like, where's the belt? Where's the belt? It's in its carrying case.
Nice.
You know what? You know Larry David. Do you know Larry David? Curb Your Enthusiasm, creator of Seinfeld. Larry David. Do you know him?
I don't need to know him. Tell me about him.
He says 2 types of people wear sunglasses indoors: blind people and assholes. That's what he says. That's a famous.
It's funny. I got to tune in at the end here, and she apparently had those on the whole interview. And then right at the end, you guys said something. She took them off, and it's like, yeah, she didn't need them on. Yeah. But she had some black eyes. To me, I don't give a fuck. I'm proud of black eyes. I'm like, in a point, it's better to be like this. I ended one of the best fighters in the world, and you don't know if I was in a fight. Now that's right. The level you want to be at. But in my past, I also like to show that I can take a fucking hit and like I ain't no bitch. Like, there's some fighters that are great if everything goes right, but if things start to go wrong, they're done. I want to be more powerful than that. I don't give a fuck. You come at me and things look like they go wrong, they go right. It doesn't matter. At the end of it, it'll be me standing over you. That's it.
You know what I like is that you and this is not a shot at Jeremy Stephens, but you guys kind of both came into this sport at the same, like towards the same part of your career. You both have over 50 fights. You both have done so much for the UFC. You've both done so much in your career, but he has no desire at all to be a champion. You said, I want to be a champion and I want to be the fucking best champion that they have. And I want to fucking be the champion for this sport and carry this sport to the next level. I do love that about you. And I love the fact that you actually have that strap now and you could do the things that you said you're going to do. Be that ambassador.
I couldn't thank you. It's coming to my head. I just want to get it out because on all of that, what you said, it just kind of like hitting me. Like, I just not a social media guy. And I feel like, and I'm not, but I just want to pretend like I'm the most famous guy with the most social media president. Like I'm known worldwide. Like even before this fight, I would get stopped a couple times. I went overseas in the last couple of years. It's crazy. Like I'm known worldwide. Like I try to be very humble. I'm very appreciative of it. And I always be like shocked by it. You know, like me, you want an autograph with me? But the truth is it happens like all the time. Even in my hometown, it still shocks me that I'm still getting stopped in my hometown like weekly, you know? And if I just go across the border a little bit and go towards Chicago, I feel like a superstar there because I get stopped a lot. So my point being is that is I'm gonna lose my
it's awesome. Really.
It's what you are now, though.
It is what you are, right?
It is what you are. You are a world champion now, and now you have the opportunity to take that belt and go even more places and be that fucking face of the sport.
Yeah,
And that's what I was saying.
I'm trying to get all this to you. Yeah, and it's like, it's definitely pretty awesome. I kind of lost my main point. I had a good place with it, but the social media part, bam, I was going back to that. The most famous guy was all social media, right? And I don't know. I said it when I was telling you guys that it was just like I was putting myself in a position where I can't be a Jeremy Stevens where like I'm doing this for just strictly money, and I'm gonna go field these great offers from everybody because everybody else needs that. I'm not valuable like Mike Perry. Mike Perry brings 800-900 followers on Instagram. They post all the time. They put a lot of work into it. And it's like, it is important. Like, I get it. I love it because I get to interact with fans at times. But, like, I'm alone, I guess, in a sense. I just am. It's probably my fault. I don't go out looking for people to do it. You know, I've tried a little bit to get people to help me with the social media part. But, like, I get mad when I can't put it all exactly what's in my mind. And I wish I was, like, an expert at editing videos because I think I could really entertain people. I think I have some funny ideas and things to show myself off. And if I can't do it that way, then I don't do it at all. I'd rather just put out next to nothing and just keep me an enigma than, you know, have people doing half-ass shit for me. I don't know whether that's wrong or right. It doesn't matter. I just was like, what I was doing to myself is forcing myself to really kick some fucking ass for the BKFC. Like I had to have value outside of, well, I don't have a social media presence, but I'm known worldwide and people want to see me fight. That's what's important. And I believe I fucking nailed it.
You fucking sure did, dude.
Definitely
You sure.
nailed it.
Hey, let me ask you this, because the social media thing, you said, you just admitted you're not a big social media guy, but we got Chevy Bridges in the comment section saying did he send you a video or something? He recreated your evil laugh. He said he knows what you're talking about. You get people sending you videos of recreating your laugh. Do you know who Chevy is?
No, I don't want to be like disrespectful, but there was some, so I'm sure he was probably one of them. Let me first say, like, the quick story about a big UFC win. I don't have a big circle, but after a big UFC win, I'd come back and there'd be like 50 some messages, text messages after I'd won a big fight back then. And for me, that was like thousands of other people had more people on their friends. Like the 50 messages was like a crazy deal for me to come back and see that. And that was most of my big wins. So at Alistar, Matreon, all of them, around 50, 60 messages. And it's cool because I'd get those, half of them would be people I haven't heard from in years. So it was always making me laugh, too, to go through them all. This fight, by the time I got back to the room, it was 89 messages. And then I started going through the important ones and, like, getting to them, and more messages were coming in. So I far exceeded 100 messages, double compared to all my biggest wins in the UFC. And it's the same way with the crowd. I fought in some of those big crowds in the UFC, but 17,700 people that understand fighting and fucking love the knockout. I've never fought in front of something like that before ever. So the whole fucking thing overall was just blows me away. You know what I mean? Compared to the other wins of the week that I had. And back to that, it's just like the interviews, the interaction, and to answer his question, if it was the laugh, it's just the social media is ridiculous right now. Like everybody's doing the work for me and it's awesome. I'm sharing it and it's never had so much and there's shit going on everywhere. And my friends are like, dude, I can't turn on something without seeing you right now. It's like pretty fucking cool, you know?
Yeah, it's fucking absolutely awesome. It's surreal. Even for us, like you're in the ring, you're fighting, you just won the heavyweight title, which you've been talking not just only to us, but with everybody saying like, that's your goal, get the title, promote the sport. This is what you want to do. But for us watching from the outside, it's surreal for me. Like I'm there, it's 17,000 people. And I feel like I couldn't, like I was taking it in, but I feel like I didn't totally take it in until afterwards. And I'm looking back on it going, that was 17,762 fucking people. I just can't believe it. And every fight was great. It got to your fight. You get a knockout in 36 seconds. The friggin' Stevens fight was fantastic. Bec's fight. The whole thing was incredible. Is it like that for you when you go in? It looked like you were enjoying it. You're in the ring enjoying it. But when you look back on it, you're like, oh my God, I don't feel like I took the whole thing in because it was so crazy.
Yeah, I mean, don't assume anything. You think like I'm taking, no, I don't know if I don't even know if happiness was there because my emotions were like undescribable, the whole thing though. I mean, what I was up against prior to the fight, the way it went down, everything, the whole week, the whole thing, just the way things lined up, there was a lot of incredible moments for me. It wasn't just what you guys saw in 36 seconds.
Right.
I had
the weight cut.
Multiple. Yeah. I mean, that was a whole life-changing experience. Literally. That's what I'm coughing this up. This whole thing has been a life-changing experience for incredible, like the amount of experience and the growth that I've gained this week is one of the most in my whole life that I could sit there and put I'm like that. I know when I grew as a human being right there. How many of them you got in your life? Because I have some, and that's fucking one of them. And it's like happening as we're speaking right now because you guys, this is a special journey for us. And there was a reason I reached out to you.
Yeah.
Because
I'm glad you did.
You guys were the first one, you were of the BKFC, committed to bare knuckle media and stuff like that. You were the first. I walked in, and before I'd even met David Feldman, and this was just me coming to my very first BKFC to see what I got myself into. You two were the very first two that fucking jumped on me and were introduced yourselves, and we started building a relationship from there. And I'm just interested if you put our interviews from when I started to now, what that story. Because you just took a little bit from the before the fight where I got passionate. Yeah. I don't know, man. My mind fucking clicked, and I told you guys exactly what the fuck I felt and when I knew it was gonna happen, and I fucking did.
Dude, you described it to the fucking T. It was when after Saturday night, when we got back to Connecticut, Mike went to Rhode Island. I'm fucking looking through my shit, and I went back and I was looking at that interview with you. And I'm like, man, I feel like he fucking basically called this shit to the T. And then I made that video because you fucking called it right on. It blew my mind. That's why I had to put that fucking video out for you. I was like, man, not only from every interview we've ever done, I feel like you have said my ultimate goal is to become the BKFC heavyweight world champion and put the belt over my shoulder and just take this fucking thing to the next level. I feel like you've been saying that for fucking 2 years now. Saturday night was the culmination of all that shit. And it was fucking absolutely, it was a fucking happy moment, dude. It was awesome.
Yeah. My bare knuckle career is 4-0 and people can look at it. They know it, but nobody knows it quite like you two. It's a special 4-fight win streak thus. And I'm not, in my heart, I can feel I'm not done. I'm getting close, but there's something, I have some epic fucking fight in me to really fucking leave a legacy. That's where I got to go with it. Now I have the belt. Now I got this defense or some other major things to prove I am one of the best fighters on the planet during this time period of human history.
Yeah. I can't wait to see what they do with you now, Ben, because you are a fucking massive, scary, opposing heavyweight, but you also are a guy who everybody can get along with and get behind. With that being said, you just knocked out Mick, who was 9-1 or 9. What was he? 9-1 in bare knuckle. Mick was that guy. You said it yourself. A lot of people didn't know Mick. He needed to beat you to put his name on the map. You already had your name on the map. Now you are a well-known fighter. You're fucking 6'5". You're at 300 pounds. You got the gold strap on your shoulder. Who the fuck are they going to line up for you? You mentioned Francis Ngannou.
Yeah, time out. I'll just cut to it where you're going with it.
Okay.
I feel like there's been a lot of stuff said the last few days, but this one I kind of locked in on. I kind of feel it. Dave told in a podcast, he said, don't expect Ben to fight for the title soon. It's going to be later. He's like, Ben has to focus on the tournament. So I'm like, there you go. So I think that's part one. He's got me set up and ready to put me into the tournament.
Oh my God.
And then if something happens to me, I can defend the belt in another one. But for me, I'm like, you already told you, I'm telling you, I don't find whoever the fuck you want. Bare knuckle, I'm the best in the world.
How the hell does anybody fight in a tournament against you? I just can't understand what this tournament is going to be.
So it's $10 million for the tournament. This is what I heard was proposed. It sounded like to me, it sounds like, all right, this makes sense. 10 million pays for the tournament. 15 million is going to be for the winner. The 10 million gets the fighters. Now I heard they want as many as 32. I think 16, and then that's like a 4, we do in April or May. Then you got a couple months, the next one, and then the finale at the end. I think it's 4 events right there. And then you add, as the tournament gets smaller, then they add in fights. And they bring back matchups and add stuff to the card. And basically what you have is that would be 4 more Knucklemanias for this year, essentially. You just don't call it Knucklemania, but I feel like it's going to have all the fucking eyes on it right from the first tournament. And it goes out, and these are we're the best, and we're fucking, you know what I'm bringing. So one of those 16 fights is fucking, well, I'm telling you, the other 15 fights are going to be a fucking bloodbath too. I think people are going to go nuts for the tournament, and they're going to be so excited for the fucking top 8, so excited for the top 4. The fucking championship is going to be the most epic fucking event of 2025.
It should pull in some fighters that we have obviously yet to see fight in bare knuckle. People who want to go and get that big payday.
I think 32 is going to create the first round is going to be a big fucking joke, in just my opinion.
Yeah, I think that's
bare knuckle is already a hard thing. Yeah. 16, I feel like 16 would be good. Like, you got $10 million to provide for this tournament, and some of those, you want good talent, it's going to cost some money. So I feel like cut it down to 16 because they're saying it's 185 to heavyweight. So Mike Perry wants a part of it. He's got to go up to 185, and he potentially could fight me. And that's not going to happen because his career would be ended.
Yeah, I can't see this. I don't understand how that would ever work in any world.
Yeah,
but his fucking, I told him I'm going to come take his belt away from him. Like, I'm not even going to fight him. It's going to be like, give it to me. I'm just going to bully it from him to protect it. 32 is too many because you would have to fight 5 times to win the thing. I'm already 2-0 against him with fucking body shots. So
am I wrong about this though? Like 32 down to 16, 16 down to 8, 8 down to 4, 4 down to 2. Okay, so you'd have to win 4 times, right? Or maybe 5. It seems like too much. 32 is too many.
No. That's why I'm saying 16 works because it goes 16. You win your number 16. Then it goes top 8. 4, then it goes top fucking 4, and you win championship. So 4 wins. That's over the course of a year. That's how they should do it. It's still an astounding thing, but what the beauty of it is, there's cuts and whatnot. They heal within 6 weeks. A fucking MMA version of this, guys are fucking getting ankles twisted, fucking knees taken out, backs hurt, God knows fucking what else. It's like the chance for more injuries and worse injuries is there. This is like guys will get cut, but give us 8 weeks. I think most bare knuckle fighters are ready to fight again in 8 weeks. Like, unless something really, really fucking bad happens, which in this event, it didn't. There was some sick fucking knockouts, and everyone in that event fucking went home. Like, fucking A. Yeah. Like, you kidding me? We had 17,000 people on their feet, and all the fighters went home. Like, you can't fucking do it any better.
So you win this
tournament, I feel like, could work if we start soon by April, May. I think you get a badass 4 events.
You win that whole tournament potentially. So you win 15 million in the last fight, but you could potentially win another $1 million along the way, right? Another couple million along the way.
I think every fighter would get negotiated.
Yeah.
Or how their tournament run goes.
So you win that fucking $25 million tournament, you could have yourself a good like $17 million a year.
You know the exact point that I retire. You know it.
Fucking outstanding.
But then you get to defend the title, though. It's coming before the title.
Day I retire. You just got told. You know it now.
Oh my God. Jesus.
I'm not listening, man. I can live off little. And you're talking about like that. That's God saying I'm immediate. You just got told today. But Ben, there's a $30 million payday after, and I'm gonna go. Don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm done here.
Good. Dude. I have to be that. Amazing. That rarely happens, and I love that. That'd be an even fucking more epic way to fucking walk away.
Yeah.
Everybody knowing I walked away and there's a 30, 50, $60 million payday, people lose their mind. I'll be like, you don't understand. I'm good. I'm fucking happy.
Yeah. I'm sure you will be. That would be fucking awesome.
I can't even imagine who there's going to be in this tournament. Now we need more details on the tournament. We got to get that going.
We got to see who's put their name in the hat. I can't wait to find out.
Ben, did you go back and watch Knucklemania? Did you watch this event from the other night?
I watched in the back room. We were able to see they had a version playing, but there was no commentary, and the view was only one solid view. It was just one camera, and it had corny ass music, like like elevator music was playing over.
Oh
it.
man,
It was terrible. And my guys got their fucking phone BKFC app and they fucking shared it on the TV and we watched it normal fucking BKFC was on our TV in my back room.
Why wouldn't that just
happen? I felt fucking
already?
good because then I got it. Then I got the crowd and it fucking was awesome. It got me. I told you it was like I was watching those knockouts and that shit was getting me fucking pumped.
I was just gonna say, so you've been in the game for a very long time. You've seen a lot of nasty knockouts in your day. What did you think about like some of the knockouts that night were really fucking
incredible,
like legend, like the Pat Sullivan knockout.
Sullivan is good. He goes on as nasty as he could get into the ropes. People fucking love it, man. They fucking love it. That was their guy. Look how quick they fucking turned on him. They didn't give a fuck anymore. They went from fucking cheering and booing him and fucking, what is it? Some 20 fucking seconds dudes in between the ropes and they're just like, bah!
Yeah. Yes. They were losing their mind. And then you had Travis Thompson, who's been fighting forever. He got trained by Marty Feldman, right? The guy has known the Feldmans for 20 years at this point, or even longer, probably. And he goes out there and gets knocked down and then comes back. That guy, what was his name, Kyle? I'm losing my train of thought.
Who, the guy he fought?
Yeah,
Panel.
Yeah, exactly. Zach Panel fell on his feet. He got hit and kind of paused standing up, and then he falls forward. And I feel like the ref tried to grab him, but he just kind of slid right past him, and he lands on his chin, like right on his mouth. Boom. The whole night, you got underdogs winning. The B-side fighters were winning.
I can't imagine. Like, I've never bet on fighting, but the fucking craziness and the odds were off the fucking chart. There's no fucking following it.
I'm gonna tell you guys something in a second here. Hold on. You guys are gonna be blown away by this. Actually, somebody sent me a screenshot of their betting ticket. I am not making this up. I have the fucking ticket right here. I'm not gonna show you who the fucking person is, but there's a ticket right there. Right, you guys can see that.
Yeah.
A $25 bet. The parlay was Jeremy Stevens to beat Eddie, Ben Rothwell to beat Mick Terrell, Cody Russell to beat Logan Tucker, Bec Rawlings to beat Taylor Starling, Brady to beat Zach Kalmas, John Garb to beat Apostle, Kane to beat Sullivan, Steve Banks to beat DeWico and Montanez.
Oh my God. What did they make from this?
Meyer to beat Montanez, and then Travis Thompson to beat Panel. This motherfucker put $25 on that parlay. $49,575.
Dude, how come they didn't let us know? Come on.
Well, I was gonna tell you what I heard. Somebody bet on me, but it wasn't like that.
Dude,
they risked way more than that. They risked more than $25 fucking dollars.
$25.
$25 to 49,000.
$49,527.
That's how you fucking bet. Holy shit.
Wow.
The motherfucker picked a winner in every single fight and got them all right, and made $50,000 off of $25 bet. $25 bet.
Yeah, fuck my story.
Wow.
Isn't that fucking crazy? Oh man,
yes, that is crazy.
Somebody sent me that on the Instagram DMs, and I'm like,
they should have sent it before, not after. What the fuck?
Yeah, I wish I did the same goddamn thing. You know what I mean? That's fucking crazy. So hey, you helped that guy win. You Ben, you became a world champion, and you helped that person right there turn $25 into $50,000.
Yeah, I don't do. A dude risked $50,000.
What did he win?
And 64. So
he bet 50.
I saw the ticket, but he risked 50 grand on me. Like,
yeah,
I'm glad I don't fucking know that. Like, fucking 50 grand.
Holy fuck. 50 grand, and he won back 64. Wow.
He won 100,
Yeah, so he more than doubled his money.
Yeah, he more than doubled his money by 15,000.
Man, that's fucking
Holy
crazy.
Smokes. Yeah, that's
Ben, what a night. I know you've been to all these events, all these UFC events, but that night, I will say the company that you are now the world champion for in the heavyweight division, they hit a fucking grand slam that night all the way through, from the build up to the press conferences, to the weigh-ins, to the fucking event itself, to everything. It couldn't have gone any better. Have you, like you said, you had never fought in front of a crowd like that before, but have you ever been a part of like a just entire event that just couldn't have gone any better. You know what I mean? Nothing went wrong there. It was crazy.
No. I don't know.
I mean, the only thing that could have gone
there's
better
so much
for
to
this.
go off about in all these events. I've had some good times, but this was amazing.
Right.
Like just the whole fucking thing. Because I need this company to fucking go to the top. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm doing. What I'm doing. Like we gotta fucking blow up. Like they believed in me. They gave me a chance. That's where this all started from. So the first 3 fights is me just trying to fucking do my best to make some fans. And then they give me a title fight on, which is, for my opinion, I'm like, this has got to be Dave's most important show of his life. Like all the story behind it, them telling him no, his hometown. Like I'm the one that gets put on it. It's a big fucking deal. Like they might not talk about it, but it's a big fucking deal. Like I got put on that card. Not take the entire roster. Every guy, every fucking fighter, every girl should want to be on that show. That should have been their number one goal, and they should have been begging it. As soon as they heard the event happen, they all should have been begging to be on it. Because that's the fucking man's hometown. And I got to go out and fucking all of us. I mean, the whole card, I'm pretty sure we're like in the Forrest Griffin and Bonner fight that was for the UFC, and Dana White like immortalized the both of them into the UFC and the PI, and their pictures are all over. I feel like that's what the whole card was to Dave. Like we fucking did it.
It was, and you know what, Ben, and you were on this one, but you were on the last one too that had the same feel as this. BKFC 41 in Denver had the same
insane.
Like
Incredible.
that card was, you had Eddie versus Chad, and you were on the card. Bec was on the card. You had Luke Rockhold and Mike Perry. You had Conor McGregor get in the ring, face off with Mike Perry. You had Chael Sonnen covering the event. You had all this fucking buzz. That was the first time we had been covering the sport for a couple of years at that point, and we had been to 20 events live. And
that was a turning point for you guys too. I know that was a big event.
That was the one that like we were like, wow, they really turned a corner here. This is like big time now. Then this past Saturday happens.
It was double for me.
It was
double of that event.
Right. It was that energy from Denver cranked to 11 like we had never imagined. Like I have experienced it twice with this company now. They took a corner in Denver. Then they fucking shot to the moon in Philly. It was fucking crazy.
Agreed.
Yeah. Unreal.
Yep. Almost speechless at this point about how crazy this company is, how fast it has grown. And it's not that we've been there every step. And it's like, I always believe in what they're doing because we love this. The first time we went to a live event was Knucklemania 1. And we went there, and it was Taylor Starling was fighting against Charissa Segal. It ended up being fight of the year. And that fight was so insane to watch live. And we looked at each other and we were like, holy shit, this is the next big thing. This is incredible. Because we had been watching, we watched UFC 1. I think we didn't even know each other at the time, but we got it on. My grandmother's got a black box. Hey, call a couple of my friends over in 5th grade, like, hey, we got to watch UFC. My grandma's got a black box, let's watch it. And, it was incredible. And then just watching that Knucklemania 1 live and just seeing and hearing that crack, just the sound, it just changed my life, I feel like. And I know that Kyle and we just kind of connected at that point. Like, I don't think we can ever stop watching this. We've got to do more. This is the best thing ever. Everybody's got to know about it. We got to tell everyone in the world about this sport. And here we are. 4.5 years later, and talking to you, of all people, never would I have ever imagined that we'd be talking to Ben Rothwell, and he's the heavyweight champion of BKFC. And here we are. And it's really amazing. It's truly amazing where the sport has gone and who is in it and where are we going? Where's it going? That's what
as I said, this isn't just
where are we going?
Not only you guys know my story, but I'm happy for you guys. You are fucking all in on the BKFC. I mean, since the day I met you and I seen more about your program, I was like, this is it, man. It was like you were fucking in it or thinking. You were thinking with the BKFC, or you're fucking here with them as they're fucking shooting to the moon right now. And it's awesome. You guys are like, you're like, yes, like you guys are attached to it too, you know, so it's got to be really cool for you guys.
Oh man, and you're not out here, and you're not out
it.
here, Ben. You're not out here. Tomorrow night we're going to the Mohegan Sun for the weigh-ins, and then Saturday night we're going to be covering the BKFC in Mohegan Sun. Julian Lane versus
just an hour away from home.
Sun too. You know, if my life was a little different, or I had private jets and shit, like it'd been cool to turn around and make it out there. But holy fuck, man, I've never went through this before. Like, I you know, and like Dave, and then they had me on their show on Tuesday, and they were like, oh, because I said it, I was like, oh, Mohegan Sun, and they were like, oh, and I'm like, and if I could, you know, and they're like, oh, you know, I'm like, guys, like, holy fuck, man, I don't want to say I'm getting my ass kicked, but it's like mentally kind of like, I don't know how to explain it because it's all good though. It's good. I'm just fucking so busy, but it's all awesome. It's like nothing I've ever experienced in my life, and I'm just trying to take it in. But the idea of trying to leave home at this moment is just like unrealistic. Unless I want to totally just abandon all my responsibilities, you know. I don't think that's smart. I just feel like we're just started, man. I just got the fucking thing, and like, if they didn't have an event every fucking week, you know, give me a couple weeks, I would make the next one, you know. So I'm excited to pick one. Maybe you guys can help me. Like, Ben, you got in a month or two, like, come to this one, you know. So you got to kind of let me know what you think on that. And I do want to get out there, though. I'm excited to get with the fans.
You know,
if it's anything like the social media and the messages and shit, should be pretty good.
You know,
I didn't think I'd get any more famous in my hometown. I don't want to sound fucking like whatever. I'm just trying to say, like, I fucking live here. Like, people were getting autographs from me in 2012. Like, okay, I'm probably, I feel like I'm like, all right, you know, you're sick of me, you see me.
Yeah, they're tired of you now.
Yeah,
right?
tired of me. You know, that's what I expect. So I'm always surprised and shocked when people never stop asking for autographs and photos in my hometown. Like, it's never stopped, and it always blows me away. So
you earned it all.
I kind of feel like, you know, every week, I would say 3 to 4 times on an average, just at the grocery store, the store. Even if someone's just like, you've been Rothwell day, you know, and they'll say hi to me. Like, I cough that up as like, yeah, that's pretty cool, you know. Doesn't happen all the time. Dude, I barely had a chance to leave my house this week. I just went to Sam's Club to get out of the car to get something real quick and come back in. 3 people fucking yelled at me, asked for an autograph, and I was just like, what the fuck, man? Like, I literally was, you know, 3 minutes to walk in and out, and got, you know, and then it just kept happening all this whole week in my hometown.
Awesome. You reinvigorated the community.
It's a cool fucking thing. Yeah, I just want to take it in and just be grateful. The
king of Kenosha.
That's right. Definitely feels like it right now.
It's fucking amazing.
I was gonna say, you know what's so cool is that, like, yeah, we're going to Connecticut. We're gonna go to Mohegan Sun. And last time they were here, it was so weird. I got to drive home from the event and go to bed in my house, and I was like, this is so odd. How cool is that going to be when BKFC comes to your neck of the woods? Because it does look like Feldman, you know, when Feldman, he gets an idea, he's going to follow through with it. And it seems like he's going to follow through with it.
He really wants to. We just have the tournament. I don't know if that means they would bring the tournament here possibly, but the problem is we have legalities in the way. I thought Mary had it ready to sign, and now she's working on it. Yeah. Apparently the legislation feels other things are more important. And it all comes down to money and economy. And she's just trying to be like, them coming to Milwaukee is awesome for our economy, which is like a no-brainer. And these people don't understand what it is. And they don't like fighting and blah, blah, blah. And they just don't understand. Like, it doesn't matter if you like it or not. Your job is to make the city money, the state money. You need to be smarter than that and see that this is an awesome thing, especially when this sport has never been hotter than it is right now. You fucking want them. You should be begging them to come to fucking Wisconsin, you stupid fucks.
You need to go on the hill and say that exact thing to the to the people that need to hear it. Say, call them a bunch of stupid fuck. No, don't do that. I'm just kidding.
I was trying to come up with a different thing to call them. Either way.
Hey, Ben, before we finish with you, I just want to ask you this about you've been talking.
Me already. You fucking chew me up.
We've been on here for 45. And we've been on here for 40 minutes.
It's up to you. I could talk for hours.
This is the second scotch I've had this year.
Okay,
and
so then we can talk a little bit more.
The first one was 2 days ago, and prior to that, I haven't drank this year. Yes, it's 2025, but last year, I drank in October and I drank after the fight in April. So only 2 times last year.
Well, we are honored that you have chosen tonight, my friend.
Yes.
I want to ask you about Feldman. Now, Feldman, you were at 41, and then you were there, Philly. Those are the 2 nights that Mike and I, that I can remember, I saw him emotional, like out in Denver, BKFC 41. He told all the fighters, I took a second mortgage out on my house.
Feldman.
Yes,
Yeah.
David Feldman. I put every fucking dollar I have into this. You guys need to make this work because I need this to work for me to fucking continue. Because if this flops, I'm fucking done. Right? You saw him out in Denver giving that speech. This time he did it again. Have you ever fought for a promoter or anyone like that is like so emotionally invested into?
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that this time, which I was happy.
Oh,
I didn't hear I took out 2 mortgages and I'm gonna fucking lose everything and I'm done.
No, okay, no.
I didn't hear any of that. I just heard, guys, I just built you the biggest fucking platform ever, which is true. Go out and fucking use it. Like,
yeah, I'm not saying that he did that.
That means that they're. I feel like I pray to fucking God, they're in a good spot like that way.
Yes,
they're way ahead of where they were from Denver, and he was just like passionate. Obviously, fucking
right. It was a different emotion.
The whole company, you know, is this is it, man. This is a major like, can we or can't we, you know, and we did.
It was like the emotion this time. Yeah, the emotion this time was like we made it. That this one was like, we need to do this for us to make it in 41. This time it was the emotion was like he was so overjoyed with the fact that they have made it there and they were in such a good spot. Like, he really fucking lives and breathes this shit, and like the emotion comes through. You just don't see that in the other promotions. I don't feel like I've ever seen it in any of those guys.
Yeah, outside of that, just personally, his story, I told him in the ring even. I'm like, your story is fucking incredible, man. I'm proud to fight for him because not only is he a good business person, he's a fucking awesome human being. I like him as a person, and I feel, you know why? Because he appreciates me. He appreciates me that I do try to do the right thing. Like, I do care about people, and he cares about that. And my other employer and their head brass did not give a single fuck about any of that. And that's the truth. Like them or hate them, they were incredible businessmen. No shit. But as human beings, not even on the same fucking level. And Dave is somebody I can fucking get behind. I enjoy fighting for him. And he appreciates me and he appreciates that I appreciate him. Like, all that sounds like a fucking mess, but it's a big deal. It's a really big fucking deal. It made me hungry to go out Saturday night and do what I did. I'm telling you. I need all the parts as motivation. It isn't just the crowd. Why is that crowd there? Because David Feldman, like, this guy has an amazing story. We went through with his mother and just the trials and the errors. Like, yeah, he understands. Like, I went through a lot of fucking trauma too. Like, I went through a lot of shit to get to this moment. He went through a lot of shit to get to his moment. The whole crew, I can't imagine, you know, like, I really, really get along with the whole crew of the BKFC, and they're in it. Like if this shit flops, they're like, what are we gonna fucking do? Like, we're all in. They're like, we have to make, like, failure was not a fucking option. Like, and to see a group of people put their livelihood into it like that, that's a big fucking deal. So I fucking respect and support them as well. So this was a win for all of them, for you guys, for the staff, for David Feldman, for the fighters. And that's why I'm fucking proud to be their champion.
The cool thing about the company, and I'll touch on the David Feldman talking at the pre-fight press conference about his son Dave Jr.
Yeah,
and
that's
what
another thing
he does.
I really respect. Really quick, I'll let you finish. The relationship between him and his son, like, that is like, wow. Like, how awesome would that be to have with my son? So that's another thing that I've never seen before, and how fucking cool it is.
Yeah, it's crazy because he mentioned his son, and he did get emotional because the thing is, and we've talked about it, and if people are diehard bare knuckle fighting championship fans, they know about Dave Jr., and if they listen to us, then they kind of know what he does. But he does a lot, as you know, Ben. behind the scenes, he's not a guy who wants. We've tried to get him on the show many times, and actually, Kyle was there. I actually asked him recently for like the 800th time. I swear, I ask him every time I see him. I'm like, "We got to get you on the show, Dave Jr." And he's like, "Fuck no, I'm never coming on."
There's a special group of people that are very, very successful, and they don't need fame to know that they're successful, and he's one of them.
He does not want it.
I respect Junior very much as well, like the family. I try to say the family. Like I want them. There isn't just one. Like they're all a team, and they're awesome. That's why I'm backing them.
Yeah, he doesn't want it. Although I did kind of get him to crack, and he said he would come on. So hopefully, cross our fingers. 2025, Dave Jr. comes on.
Deal.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. But it's not just him, right? From the beginning, everybody. I'm talking about director of content, like you talk, like so Evan Zentar, Dave Cranston, Dave Jr., Dave Feldman. You've got Serge, you've got Nelson, you have Sosha, and I'm going to forget people, and I feel bad, but you have the whole production, Nate Shook. You have the whole production crew that's been there from the beginning. So it's almost like a family, right? You have Joe and Kathy. You know, do you know Joe and Kathy? They're like, these are people, they're the family. They all work together, no matter how big. They're at 17,762 people. And it's the same people that have been working with the company when they had 800 people, 50 people. Like, it's the same people. They add some people along the way, but it's the same people. It's all their family and friends. They're all working together on this massive project. It's not some conglomerate. It's not. It's a bunch of friends and family. It's insane. It's awesome.
Right.
Well, I would like to believe that it's headed to so much more.
I hope so. I can't imagine that it's not.
And Sean Wheelock and Chris Lytle and Kevin Smith. You know, there's so many. I know I'm going to forget 100 people, but they all deserve kudos for this because it's a huge accomplishment.
And Mike and Mish. just kidding. No, like we weren't there at the beginning.
What a piece of.
We love it, Ben. We love chatting with you, man. I'm so happy for you. I'm glad you are the king of Kenosha 10 times
king
over
Kenosha.
Now. The king of Kenosha, the Kenosha Kickers.
That's
you
right.
Polka. You don't know what that is.
The Kenosha Punchers now.
So, one of the best knockouts of your career came on a night that you became a world champion. You can't write that shit, dude. It's like it's like the perfect storybook for you. And now on to a $25 million tournament. 2025 is going to be the year of Ben Rothwell, and we're going to be fucking there for it. So I love it. Thanks for coming on tonight, man. We'll give you a second like we always do. Say some final words.
Let's fucking go. Yeah, like
go ahead.
We got to put it out there. If you have any chance to even, getting a crack at it, we got to put it out there. Is it a little bit of a shot? Yeah, but there's a lot of proof going in. This stuff could happen. Like a fucking crazy tournament. I have the belt, so there's a defense there. But this tournament could be something extraordinary. We just got to put it out there. And I just have to put it out there that I know in all my heart, you give me in bare knuckle, I'm going to win it. So, and then you really can see what I'm going to do. But I need to get some.
What do you mean? You're gonna retire?
David Feldman, yeah, that's right.
Retire before the defense.
There'll be more to do for combat sports.
Yeah,
that I can really fucking do something for combat sports. Like I'm in till I die. I'm an ambassador of martial arts and combat sports because it saved my life. Because if it wasn't for it, I would be dead. I'm dead or in prison, same thing. And it made me who I'm the guy sitting here talking to you right now. So I owe it everything. I'm an ambassador till I die. And that just doesn't mean fighting. I have to do more. Like going to the children's hospital, in Milwaukee. Like I told that story. It's a big deal. It's going to be a big deal. I don't know how long it's going to take me to put the whole thing together. It's kind of daunting. But David Feldman said 100% he was in. So I just got to get that conversation going. And I want to make it happen. It's a really big deal. I mean, this is it. I have the belt. I get to go in front of those children. And I don't know what's going to happen, but I remember what it did for me, and I hope I can do it for them.
Yeah, I heard you guys talk about that on the show the other day. That's amazing, and I hope, for you, I hope you guys do something huge for that children's hospital. It's fucking great, man. You're a good dude, Ben. I can't imagine. Mick was a good guy too. Like the last two heavyweight champions the BKFC has had a couple good fucking guys, man. And I'm happy for you, Ben. You've earned it. It took a long time to get a world title around your waist or over your shoulder, but you got it now. And we're here for you. We're here for the ride, and 2025 is going to be bright for you for sure. Thanks for coming on tonight.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody listening.
Absolutely. Mike, what else you got for Ben?
Hey, Ben, like always,
Anything
thank
in the
you
comments?
so much.
Fuck it. If you guys don't got to go, I got a couple of minutes. Any comment, questions, or if you do,
Questions? Let's see. Okay, yeah, sure. Let's see. What do we got here?
I care about the fans. Care about you, my followers.
One guy asked, "What do you charge for an autograph? Love to have one." James L. Thompson.
Can you guys rate this slow? Listen, get your pen and paper. Ready? Tell you guys. This is my gym address. 12009, 53rd place, Kenosha, Wisconsin, WI, 53144. Send whatever the fuck you want with a return package or envelope. I'll sign it for you. No charge.
There you go.
That's awesome.
That's fucking awesome. Any questions, guys? Let them rip. Let them rip.
Here's one right here. Can we get the Ben Rothwell evil laugh?
Oh man, I love it.
It's tough to get it on the spot like that, but I had just enough. I gave you a little one.
Sherry Bridges says, "Let me come train out there in the future." He wants to come train with you. That's
Kenosha, Wisconsin. It's literally off an exit of the interstate, I-94. You can't miss it.
He also did follow that up with, "Now you got to share the video." Laughed my ass off.
Oh,
he really wants you to share that video. Now I want to see the video. Chevy, send me the video. I want to see it.
Well, yeah, what video?
Send the video to Mike right now, and he'll play it on the fucking show.
I can play it if you send it to me, but it might take a minute for me to get it uploaded over here. Yeah, I don't know. He says he sent you this video, but who knows?
I think he did it from my UFC fight, and then he put some other knockouts and stuff with it, like a little highlight video. That was one of them that I got.
It's in his IG. I'll send it.
Or there's another guy that sends it, and then it computer animates me holding a sword, and then it does the laugh. So maybe that was his. And I don't know what I think about it. It's like creepy. It's like I knock him out, and then it's got like an AI. I like hold a sword up. I guess I wanted the sword to like fucking slice him in half. Like then I would like it.
You just have a lot of people that are just very happy for you. You know, you have Russ Maxim who runs the
heavyweight champ. Let's fucking go. Where's your question?
Yeah, he just loves you so much.
I got a couple minutes. These guys are gonna kick me off.
Russ Maxim runs the Extreme BKFC fans page. He is the biggest fan. He actually is the guy who he basically knows the guy who makes the belts. He's the guy who knows the guy who makes the belts. But Russ drove from Florida to Connecticut just to see the fights this weekend. That is what type of fan he is.
I'm gonna ask you and anybody who's listening question. Am I gonna be out of line if I try to ask Dave to redo the belt, redesign it, or maybe for the heavyweight? Maybe it's for the tournament, but I would go look at the old 2002 Pride belts and like the Pride Grand Prix belt. It's a big plate.
Big
that
giant
was, fit my whole chest, and it had like really good looking metal, like titanium looking metal.
Yes.
I want a BKFC version belt of that.
Well, I mean,
you know what I really want? I want to help them design it so then I fucking wear it. Every fucking heavyweight out there is like, they knows that maybe they don't want to fight me, but they're thinking, I want that fucking belt. And as soon as Ben retires, I'm going to go fight somebody for it.
Yeah. Well, they've only had two designs on their belt so far since the beginning, right? They had the original big one that you see like Joey Beltran holding in pictures, and then the one you have now. So, and the one you have now, it's a nice belt. It is, but it's a plain belt, right? There's nothing.
My wife is like, do you want me to be honest? I'm like, of course. Like, she's like, yeah, it's kind of plain. I'm like, I know. And I showed her what I wanted. And she's like, I don't know if they're gonna change it for you, but she's like, yeah, those are pretty cool. I'm like, I know. Like, I would wear it. People would stop. Even people that don't know anything about fighting, have no idea who I am, they'd fucking stop. That's the kind of fucking belt we need. It's just we're on that trajectory. Let's have the
Right.
best fucking belt too. Like, you let us come out the way we want. We get to wear what we want. We get to be individuals. It's like, take everything the WWE does right. Take what the UFC does right. Get rid of the stupid shit. You now have the number one fucking combat sport on the planet. And what is the fucking, let's make the coolest belt of all the organizations. Why the fuck not? Like, we're doing everything outside the box anyway. Why stop?
I love
I'm
that.
telling you. Yeah, make the fucking fighters be like, I want that fucking belt.
Fuck yeah. Let's do it. We got a question from the audience. If you could fight any fighter, past or present, who would it be and why? That's a fan question.
Yeah, it's just too hard. It's just too many. It's too many motherfuckers I want to fucking get revenge on. Guys that I fought in the past. Any of my losses, just go look at my losses, pick one. Because some of them are bullshit. Some of them are bullshit losses on top of it. Like the Igragram Magmadov, the Russia fight that I fought in Russia. I have a signed contract that says 1 10-minute round. That's it. The fight, watch the fight. I fight 10 minutes, and then they go, 5-minute overtime. And I go, I'm not, no. You didn't pay me I'm not fighting for 5 minutes. They go, you're TKO'd. And they put a TKO on my fucking record. That is bullshit. Fuck you people.
Fuck you.
Doesn't matter now. That's just in the past because now it's BKFC, the only record I got that fucking matters. It's 4-0. We're gonna make it 5-0, 6-0. I don't know, somewhere in there. I'm gonna have to stop eventually here. But right now, I still got some fucking fight left in me.
I'll ask you a question. Did I ever ask you this question before? Because I think that we're all around the same age and we all grew up watching the same movies. What do you think of the people that say that kickboxer is better than blood sport? Did I ask you this question once before? Because I think those people are crazy. What are your thoughts on that?
I can't honestly tell you that I watched kickboxing anywhere in the last 20 years. Well, it's got to be fucking even longer. I think I only watched it once. Like, fuck, it might have been before high school. It's been a long fucking time. Now, back then, any Van Damme, anything was my fucking holy grail. Conan, Arnold movies, holy grail. Like, that was some of my main fucking influence of that time frame.
Right.
Then you watch it when you get older and you're like, this shit's corny as fuck, man. Like Commando. Lose some steam, Bennett. It's like,
I love that shit, though.
How did we watch this shit? Bloodsport, still, I fucking watched Bloodsport multiple times over this last fucking 25 years because it's like it's Bloodsport. It's got the music, the fucking tournament. It's just a fucking, it's inspired me when I was a little fucking kid, just like Conan the Barbarian. Conan the Barbarian is like in my permanent movie. There's only a couple movies I will watch more than once or twice. Like, it's those movies. Just out of, at this point in time, out of nostalgia for Bloodsport. Conan, I still just love the movie. I love the music. I love the movie. But Bloodsport was that. I would have to watch kickboxing again to see if it had any kind of like, because it must not have. Because
it wasn't.
Yeah, I was inspired as a little kid. There were certain movies that stuck out. I did see Kickboxer. It didn't make me want to watch it all these years. So fuck you.
There it is. That proves it.
Fuck you, Kickboxer. We just figured it out. I said to talk it out.
You know what I was hoping for in Philly, and this was just like me being a 43-year-old guy and growing up on Stallone movies. When I heard the rumor that Sylvester Stallone might be at Knucklemania 5, I got excited and I thought to myself, this would be the coolest fucking thing of my entire life if I got to meet Sly Stallone, because I grew up on the Rocky and the Rambo movies. But even as he's gotten older, he's still the fucking man. He's still the man. Sly Stallone is the shit. Like you just said, Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. We all grew up on Arnold, Stallone, Van Damme. Those were the fucking coolest guys.
Definitely the main three.
Those were the coolest fucking guys in the world to me growing up. And to this day, Stallone, if you have any downtime and you want to check out something new, Stallone has this mob show called Tulsa King. And he's fucking awesome in it. He is absolutely, he's 75 years old, still a fucking badass, but now he's playing like a mob boss, and it's fucking awesome. I was like, man, I hope I get to meet him. He didn't show up.
I watched it on the way out to Spain and back. I watched the first season, and I'm in. It's a good show. Tulsa King. That's a good one to watch. There is another question that came in from a guy who just asked a question, Reaper of Hope. He said, thanks for answering my question. And he has a friend that wants to know, what advice would you give people who want to get into kickboxing, BJJ, but are scared to start?
Oh boy, I tell you, come to Kenosha, Wisconsin, to a place called Rothwell MMA, because that's the people. That's the main business. For people are intimidated, and to have a gym that knows how to welcome people and say, "Hey, we're gonna take care of you." So the only real advice I take is it takes a little bit of work. You got to look on the internet, your area. Look at all the gyms that are worth driving here, or you're willing to drive through like multiple times a week. Like, yep, I can make this distance. I'm comfortable with that. You might only have one gym to choose from, and then you just got to go and make a decision. But hopefully, if you're in a suburb, an area, a city area, it should be multiple, right? And you find you read them, you go on their website, you look at them, and you make a little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is, and you visit them. And you don't stop at the first one, though. You have 5, you go to all 5. You only have 3, you go to 3. You go to them, and you see how they make you feel. You'll forget the things they say to you. You'll forget all those other things, but you won't forget how they make you feel. If they make you feel scared or embarrassed or confused, you fucking know that's not the place for you. If you walk in and you're like, I like them. They were nice to me. They said hello. They explained things. I like that place. That's your fucking place. And then you do those things. And that place should be a great place that will change your life forever. I fucking promise you.
That is fucking great advice, Ben. Good job. Yeah. That's a guy that's been in it for a long time and runs a fucking pretty decent gym. A pretty great
that's
gym.
What it sounds like to me.
And you got a brand new gym, right? Do you have how big is the new gym? It looks
Didn't you just
big.
open it December 26th and like the last minute move?
Rothwell MMA started in October of 2011. It's down in the strip mall off of 75th Street, and it was Kenosha Trade Park. And my landlord, Ken Moore, was awesome. He has very much to do with why I survived for 14 years. Gave me great rent. He allowed me to build the room. There was an 1,800 square feet room next to me. He knocked a wall out and put a wall in and let me rent that as well. And my gym had 2 mat spaces, and I had a great 14 years. Built my gym up. Built it to the point where Jen and I go, we really need to look at a commercial property and move on. And it's about 4 years in the making of four accepted offers that fizzled all over the course of 4 years, trying to find the right place. And then I don't want to sit here and get into a 15-minute story, but basically the universe works in incredible ways. And here's the story of of all those places. I go, that's why we didn't close on them, because this place came to us. It's literally off the interstate, and I-94, it's the busiest road in the state of Wisconsin. Wow. Is I-94. And I'm literally, you see my gym as you drive by it on either direction. It has its own exits. Literally. It's fucking incredible. And then I have my general contractor is someone I went to high school with, and like we reconnected, and he's fucking awesome. And he did things that no other contractor in the city could do. And we built this fucking gym. But just because it's commercial property, I wasn't able to close and actually start building it till July 1st. Now we have a facility that needs a new fucking second floor built. The roof had to get taken out, all sorts of shit, right? And it's supposed to be done in November, but contractors fuck shit up. They missed some time. We're now in December. And my landlord told you he's awesome, but he was told in May, like, I'm going to move out. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't fuck with me. He was totally cool with it. He just said, hey, I'm going to get attendance for January. And we're like, of course. And he did in like August. So it's like the deadline is set. I have to be out in December. Long story short, we opened December 26th.
Incredible. It should just fucking worked out for you. That's amazing. Good. That's a lot of good things happening for you, Ben. But like good things happen to good people, right? And that's
what you work hard, right? Am I going to act like this just happened all its own? I don't want to be like, oh, I'm just so lucky. Like, No, I fucking worked hard too. Like we
Right.
created luck. Now, do I have awesome people around me? Do I have a fucking incredible support system? Do I have a lot to be thankful for? You're fucking right, I do, and I am. But we also fucking worked hard for it. We set the dream and we worked for it. And my wife and me and my team and everyone around, we fucking made it happen.
You know what I say is nothing is deserved, everything is earned. And maybe that's a military thing that I picked up along the way or something like that. But like when people say I deserve this, nobody fucking deserves shit. You work hard for it and you earn it, and that's what you're saying right now. Like the hard work.
It's that's just what's right. And I don't want anything that's not right. I only want it to be right. You know what I mean? Like I want to live my life. Like, yes, we fucking put in the work, and this is the right way to do it. You know, like people win the lottery. Do I daydream about wanting to win the lottery? Sure, like it's a fucking thing. But you know what? I don't buy lottery tickets, so it doesn't fucking matter. I'm not gonna win the lottery then. And I fucking live my life like I don't want to fucking win. I want to make my own lottery. Like I want to fucking do it because it can be done. And we're fucking doing it right now, guys.
You're doing it. You are an ambassador to the sport. Listen, look right here. I credit Rothwell for helping us get involved. We met him in Vegas for the 41 card, and it's been a journey ever since. See,
nice.
You are an ambassador for the sport. You are making it happen. And Wesley Killeagle out in Montana says, "Champ, let's team up and beat childhood cancer." He says, I'm a huge fan now after hearing what you said about the Children's Hospital. So,
That's
and
awesome.
Wesley Killeagle is out in Montana. He's always at the BKFC events out there in Great Falls. And
yep.
Where's the
I
other
believe
one?
he went to Kansas for the referee and the judges
he did.
seminar that Sean Wheelock put on. And he also runs an MMA / bare knuckle organization in Montana too. So yeah, very, very cool guy. Been watching the show forever. Big fan of BKFC and just MMA. I have that video from one Chevy Bridges. I do have it. I'm gonna play it right now, and then we'll hear your response as soon as it's done. So here's Chevy Bridges Rothwell laugh video.
You need to know, you have seen nothing yet.
So, what do you think? That was it. Yeah, got it.
What the
Here
fuck?
we go.
What the fuck is that? No, I didn't see that.
No.
Nope.
Yeah, man, that sucked, dude. That was my first fucking fight, and I wanted to nail the laugh, and I fucked it up. It's not my best. It's not my favorite.
It didn't sound like Chevy though.
No, it didn't sound like fucking. I did.
He ripped his shirt off too.
And the championship would have been a great time to fucking get all dark and get into it and nail it, calling out the division. But you know what I decided to do instead? I said, fuck that. I want to fucking talk to this crowd.
Yes.
I'm
No, I
glad I
think
did.
celebrating it and you losing your mind, being so happy, you like lost your mind with happiness. And I thought that was great.
It was great, man. Hey, Saturday night was your night. You got to meet the fucking. You got to talk shit with the schmo. You got to.
Baby. I love.
You got to have a good time with the Philly, the city of brotherly love that likes to. It's called the city of brotherly love, but everyone constantly tells each other to go fuck themselves and shit. So I don't understand where they got the name.
No, it's the city of fucking respect. You don't run your fucking mouth.
Yeah,
it's as simple as that.
Yep.
That's why I like it. The city will fuck. Remember, Eddie was right there. He's like, the city will humble you. Now he's not. You know, we're in fantasy land. That's what me fighting in the fucking. It's fantasy land. There's a referee. You know he's gonna die. It's fantasy land. Because in the Philly street, you could fucking die. Like that's real life. You run your fucking mouth, the city will humble you. That's a thing. I appreciate that. That's like other parts of this country. People are allowed to fucking run their mouth with no fucking consequences. That's not reality to me. That is some fucking fantasy bullshit. And I like that Philly's a fucking real city. You shut your fucking mouth. That's the way we need to act. Decent humankind right there. Shut your fucking mouth.
Well, Ben, it's 11:11, which is a Make-A-Wish time. Mike has to get up at 5:00 in the morning and go to work. I do not. I took tomorrow off because I got some work.
Kyle.
Yeah, Mike, fuck you, buddy.
You guys fucking called me and begged me. You're like, Ben, please we're not. We don't want to know. Our two guests aren't bad, but man, I don't know. Will you please come on my show? I'm like, oh,
Ben, do you know
so.
you have been on here for an hour and 10 minutes now. Do you know that?
Fucking everybody's done. They already got there's nobody listening but us now.
No,
So I'll just tell it. It's fucking shit. I had to call and ask you guys. Hey guys, do you want me on the show?
No, we love you. I'd love to have you on the show anytime. We might have to come up with a segment. Actually, we got to come up with a segment. We have to.
This might have been partly for me, guys. I keep telling you.
No,
you were there in the beginning. Like it's a big deal to me. Like,
good.
I did all the interviews all week long with everybody. It's not the same. Like we had like I keep fucking with you guys. Like right when I see you at the events, I always fuck with you. Like always like where you guys at? Like I don't know. It's a thing. You guys have been telling my story. You've been telling my story.
We will continue to tell your story because we love your story and we love the sport and we're never gonna stop. And this train is gonna keep on riding for sure. I love it. I am fucking all in.
I'm all in too.
Well, that's awesome.
Let's be all in together.
Sounds like we got to get you to bed though. So
we're gonna.
Going to bed. I got some stupid. There's a thing called work I got to do, and I don't know why I still do it.
I mean, it is a thing.
One day, work is going to be showing up at the fights, and that's all I'm going to do. But for now, duty calls.
Ben, we love you, buddy. We're glad you came on tonight. We're glad you got your day to hoist that fucking title above your head on Saturday night, and cannot wait for this $25 million tournament. I feel like it's the fucking best thing in the combat sports world right now. So best of luck to you for the rest. I mean, until we see you again, we'll see you soon.
Yeah. Remember, tell me what you guys think about next show, where I should go. The next few weeks or a month or so.
We'll come up with something. And real quick, Monica is Britton Hart's mom. Monica. So the 115-pound champ, Britton Hart, that's her mom. Monica, quick story, is let her sit at her table during Knucklemania 1 and gave us basically front row seats, even though we had media passes, but we couldn't sit up close. And she was like, sit at my table and you can get a great view of all the fights. And we sat right at her table. Changed our life. So Monica, thank you so much. And she says congrats to you, Ben. She's a great woman. So
appreciate her too, man. Fans like that is what kept this thing going.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Ben, finish that bottle of scotch tonight. Right?
Dude, I had 2 glasses. I got a little bit of a buzz here. I'm good, man.
Nice. Good.
I got to drink a little tomorrow, and then Saturday's the victory party. So I got to.
I was going to say, finish the bottle and go make some content.
Yeah. You get your content done tonight. You get your whole month's worth of content.
You get it all done.
Well, I'm expecting you guys to cut this up for me a little bit. Give me some. Something good.
We'll find all kinds of good shit from this, as we always do. We appreciate you, my friend. We will talk to you soon. Mike, do you got anything else for Ben?
Just thank you so much for coming on. You're always welcome back. And I just think that there's a segment in the future, but we'll talk about that after this episode.
No,
I do. I think there's something that we can put in.
Minutes.
I think we can put you into a segment, Big Ben.
Rothwell,
I don't know
reactions.
We've got to do something, but we're gonna figure it out. And there's gonna have to be a segment.
It's great, guys.
It just has to be.
Get to bed, man. I don't want to mess up your work tomorrow. So.
All right.
Thank you. I'm only a phone call away. You guys know that. So.
Yes, sir. Well, we appreciate it so much. Thank you for all the kind words. Congratulations, heavyweight champ of BKFC, Big Ben Rothwell. Man, what a ride it's been, and I cannot wait to see what's in the future. Thank you so much. Everybody that's still watching, hey, watch this little clip from back at New York 1, BKFC New York 1, Dave Feldman, Travis Thompson. Here we go. Take care, Ben. Big Ben. Have a great weekend. Right, we'll see you and talk to you soon. Adios, man. Later.
Feel to know that one of your fighters can kick your ass.
None of my fighters can kick my ass.
Yeah, because I'm not your fighter.
Listen, don't make me kick your ass. If I kick your ass, all I gotta do is do this. That's how short you are.
Oh man. Well, okay.
I've been fucking you up all day long.
I put on the show.
There you
Nice
go.
little
That's what
clip
you
there
said.
from
It's
back
like
in
a
the day.
tight knit family, dude. It's
Yeah.
a family atmosphere, man. It's fucking crazy. What a goddamn show, Mike. We've been on for 2 hours and 15 damn minutes today. This is the longest show we've done in a long
Oh
fucking
yeah.
time.
I think at
But
one
we
point
had
we were doing like 3+ hour shows with like 5 guests and shit.
Yeah, but we had 3 guests tonight. 2 hours and
Yeah.
15 minutes. It was fucking
It was great.
fantastic, dude. Jeremy,
was
Steve.
great.
We had the top 3 fights from Knucklemania 5. All the winners came on tonight, and it was great to talk to all of them. It was good to have Jeremy on for the first time. He is definitely on fire right now after that win, and I kind of hope that they make the fucking King of Violence fight for him. Fuck it, man. Let's do it. And then Bec is a sweetheart, and who can not be a fan of Bec Rawlings? I mean, like, she's easy to like. And then Big Ben. Gotta love Big Ben.
Yeah, I do.
We
I
have
do
2
love,
Big
I
Bens
love
in our lives.
I love his love for the sport and for I'm gonna fucking say it, be selfish. I love his love for us, for us. He's always showing us love for being like I don't want to say pioneers, but I guess right of covering bare knuckle. Like there's not many of us out there that cover bare knuckle. There's not a lot of people who have stuck with it. There are people who are interested, and then I give them kudos for that. But yeah, he's passionate about the sport, and he wants to see it do well, and I do love that. So
Yeah.
fantastic.
We've been there for a long time, and I think he recognizes that, man. And he's been the same guy the whole time too. He's been all in. Like,
Oh yeah.
he has been all in with the BKFC like since day one, since the first time we talked to him.
Yep.
He's like, oh man, I love this. I love that. I love the atmosphere. I love the feeling I'm getting from this, and I want this thing to be huge, and I want to be the heavyweight. I swear to God, he's been saying that since the beginning. I want to be the heavyweight champion here, and I want to take this company to the next level, and this and that. And now he's finally doing it. So 2025 is going to be a big year for him. It's only January, dude. He just became the heavyweight champion in January. He's got 11 more months to fucking do all kinds of crazy shit with that belt. It's fucking awesome.
Yes.
Before we get going, hey, I wanna give a huge shout out to Full Blast. I got the hat on right here.
Yep.
And I was gonna wear a shirt tonight, but I must have put it in the laundry or something.
Well, I have it.
We got a nice care package in with some t-shirts and some hoodies and some hats from Full Blast, a clothing company that sponsors Dave Mundell and Jared Warren and all the shift guys. I believe they're probably a local company from Florida. I don't know the background. I should, and I will.
Well, I mean, hey, this was like a very nice sudden,
it was.
Hey, here's some stuff. So that was
and they said in an Instagram DM, I thanked them for the care package, and they said, hey, just keep giving us these great interviews that you guys do, and we love it. So there was just like a care package because they like us, man. I appreciate that. Love you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that.
A little shout out.
Little shout out to Full Blast, and if I'm sure they have they do have an Instagram page. Go over to their Instagram page, but they probably got a link in the bio. Hit the link in the bio and go buy some Full Blast shit, man. Why not? And while you're at it, while you're looking for things to fucking go look at on Instagram, get over to @LIV Dynamic Life, weight loss, sexual health, and anti-aging. Get over there. They got a link in the bio. All you got to do is @LIV Dynamic. Hit the link in the bio. 20 seconds later, you can become a patient, and you can get your weight loss in check, and you can get you don't need the blue pill, Mike. You just talk to Dynamic Life.
That's
and
right.
You can be strong like bull in the bedroom and not and live for it. Yeah, get healthy. Get healthy. And then head over to @Rasha Elite, the mindset championship mindset of Rasha, sponsor of the BKFC, sponsor of the Mike and Mish show. Hit the link in the bio and become a believer and unlock a part of your brain that you didn't know existed beforehand. Mike, you got to work in the morning.
Yes.
We got the Mohegan Sun card this weekend. We didn't even talk about that, but you got Julian Lane fighting in the main event. You got Brennan Ward making his debut. You got Jorgen De Castro from the UFC making his debut. You got Parker Porter making his debut. There is a lot of fucking awesome fights on this card. Weigh-ins are tomorrow night. It is a DAZN event, so it'll be on DAZN Saturday night. Mike and I will be there in one of the best arenas, in one of the best casinos to see a fucking fight. And I can't wait for that. With that said, Mike, do you got anything else for these peeps?
Yes, everybody, make sure that you are liking the show, that you're sharing it with your friends. Share the joy of Mike and Mish and BKFC with the world.
Oh, Mike, I got
Bring
new glasses.
New heights, baby. Oh, look, new glasses.
Look at these.
Hardly even noticed, Kyle. They look
Yeah.
fantastic. They look like they belong there. They're part of your face. I didn't even realize they were
Well,
there.
they're expensive, dude. These are like the most expensive pair of glasses I've ever owned. And you want to
It's
know
worth
why?
it.
You know why I bought them? Because
Right.
my insurance paid for them. So
Oh, nice.
I was like,
Beautiful
you know what?
thing.
I'm gonna use every dollar of the allowance that this fucking insurance will cover, and I'm gonna get the nicest pair I could fucking afford. So there's some
Well,
nice
they
Ray-Ban
blend in.
yeah,
Smooth
yeah,
like
so,
butter.
yeah. Now I feel like even smarter. So, anyways, thanks for
Kyle's
tuning in.
wicked smart. He's got some
Wicked smart.
glasses.
All
Make
right,
sure
guys.
you like. If you haven't liked, like, share. Let's go. 2025 is off to an epic start. And let's see what the rest of the year has to bring. Thank you for staying with us all night. Kyle, peace.